I'm so done with this crap.
I need a good reason to get out of bed. Got sleep in my eyes, clouds in my head. I need a shot of something to make my motor go. Yes, I do. So I turn on the Klein and Alley Show.
Oh, what was I gonna do?
Give me some Klein and Alley Show.
Why don't you shut up, Jake?
Give me some Klein and Alley Show.
Okay, volleyball.
Get your motor running with the Klein and Alley Show.
Bitch.
I said, get your motor running with the Klein and Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Back at it again on a Tuesday morning. You had a long weekend. Welcome back to it. Klein Alley Show. In your ear holes where we belong. You can also check us out as we are streaming on YouTube. Let's go ahead and jack those numbers up. We were building nicely through the end of the year, and then it's like no one decided to go back to work because of the fires. So as a result, here we are for you and yours on the radio, on KROQ, and as well, check us out on KROQ's YouTube. Good morning. I'm Klein. There's Allie.
Good morning.
That is DJ Omar Khan, the audio sniper. You got Jake the Nerd back there.
What's up?
Comic book collector extraordinaire in the back room. Postmaster Johnny figured out a way to get to work today. And there she is, Vanessa. She loves volleyballs.
That's my hands-down favorite clip of Vanessa.
It's funny because it's
Really?
such a slow burn. But
I don't know what it is,
I
but
agree.
it's so funny to me.
Every time you play that one, because she sounds so hammered, and I don't even know the context of it. But whenever I hear Vanessa's "I love" or "Hello volleyball" or whatever she says,
I think she's saying "Okay volleyball,"
yeah, okay,
which
volley.
leads me to believe she's having a conversation at a bar with a volleyball.
right.
Cool.
Volleyball's hitting on her.
Yeah,
Totally. Okay
Can I get your number?
volleyball.
Okay, volleyball.
play it again, Omar. Because
All right, here we go.
Okay volleyball.
Hyping this person up that likes volleyball, and I was like, okay, volleyball, like, you know.
So you were talking to a human or a ball?
Yeah, I was talking to a human that their New Year's resolution was to like become a professional volleyball player, and I was like, oh, that was me like flirting, sort of.
You're flirting there?
I don't know. I was being fun.
Oh. Okay. That's good to know.
Then he turned around and went back to his friends and was like, I don't know what just happened. I told a woman that I wanted to play professional volleyball. Then she called me a volleyball.
Yeah, well,
Okay, volleyball.
yeah, that's the level
I
of
think
drunk.
she's being fun.
That's her being fun. That's the sound of fun. This morning on the show, big announcement coming up in about an hour. Change your life for the better. Also, we got another show announcement to give you at some point. People love announcements, so we give you a couple of good ones. People could use good news now, I think, more than ever. I went through a terrible, not to switch the tone of the show, Allie, but as you know, on Friday, just as we were getting off the air, I got a terrible phone call and some very bad news, which pretty much altered my entire weekend. And I know that people are trying to wish me well, and I will play this message out of the gate, and then we'll get into today's show. But
Hello, Sweet Dibbit. This message is for Klein. I just want to let him know that I'm thinking about him, sending him thoughts and prayers. I know it was a difficult weekend because the Rams lost. And according to him, because the Rams lost, it's equivalent to losing your home in the fire. So I know he's probably going through it right now.
It's not what I
I
said.
just want him to know that I'm thinking about him. That's all. Thank you.
Thank
It
you
is
for the call.
exactly
It's
what you
not
said.
what I said. I said that.
You said the only community
Okay.
reaction that you could think of that is similar is when the Rams either were
No.
in the playoffs or not.
I said, first of all, I said Dodgers. I didn't say Rams. Second of all,
yes,
I
but
said,
then you compared it to the Rams later.
I said the overall sad vibe of L.A. as the fires were burning was similar in other cities, not like L.A., to when you have a lot of hope and everyone's rallying behind a team, and then they have an unexpected loss, and everyone walks around with this kind of downtrodden look in their face. That's what I said it was about, but then we turned it around.
You think that the way that Los Angeles feels right now is the same as the way Detroit feels like right now?
No, Detroit is always sadder. That's how I feel.
Because they're still in
They're
Detroit.
used to being sad, right? Because when their team loses, then they wake up and they're still in Detroit. At least we have Los Angeles. Let's give you this song. We'll get into today's show. It'll be a decent one. If you need us, 800-520-1067 to call and to text. Live interactive show now. Artemis on KROQ. Klein Alley Show. Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming back for more. This morning, big announcements, change your life for the better. A lot of travel in your future. I have a good feeling about that. And at some point, we'll, I guess we can say, well, we're going to give away $100. We got that coming up in about 5 minutes. If you want Allie's money, you can call now, 800-520-1067. Little Allie knows the news action.
Especially on a long weekend, I'm usually playing catch-up.
Yeah, she will have no idea what's going on. We'll get to your gayest football highlights from the big NFL playoff action that happened. Rams, too bad, but you did give us a good run. Way better than expected earlier in the season. And it was not embarrassing. In fact, I thought the games were more exciting than the ones previous
For
weekend.
sure.
So that was great because last weekend, I remember I was excited for all the games, and most
They
of
were
them
all
were just
blowouts.
total
Sucked.
bores. This time, finally got some action, which was great.
Especially the Commanders. That was the
Hey,
best game of the whole weekend.
I don't want to get into it all, but I think one person in the entire world predicted the Commanders to win that game, and that person's sitting right here in this seat. That's right.
Is it me?
It's not you.
Oh.
It's me. Get off my lap, Allie. It's weird. We work
I
together.
just want to be special.
There's also a pungent odor that is creeping through the halls of KROQ right now, and I don't know if any of us can be blamed for it. Do you guys smell that in the office?
Yeah.
You smell that? We all thought it was Jake at first, but then Jake also claimed he smelled it, so he couldn't have dealt it, I guess. I don't know what it smells like. Vanessa,
It
are
smells
you
like hot garbage
I-
mixed
what
with
I-
diapers.
Yeah, it's a mix. I think someone did throw out a diaper here like on Friday. And it's
But it's
just
happened recently. It wasn't like that when I first got here.
Maybe it was Jim.
Oh, I just saw Engineer Jim walking by the halls. Maybe it's Jim.
It's the only person around here in diapers, probably.
I don't think that.
Oh,
I
maybe
don't-
Klein's sporting, rocking those rock pants.
I am.
Oh,
I have been
yeah.
wearing rock pants for a week now. Finally, someone noticed. I'm soiled and ready to go. And by the way, even when Omar said rock pants, I was like, "Those sound cool." I didn't realize he's
that
talking
means
about
you're sitting in your own filth.
sitting in my own filth now. But it doesn't matter because they're called rock pants. Johnny, are you smelling that over there? Because you're the closest to it. It's a.
I smell toast or like burnt bread or something.
No,
Is that what you're talking
no,
about?
no,
If
no.
you're
It's,
smelling toast, you need to go to the hospital.
I smell
You're having a
toast.
stroke.
yeah, you may be having a stroke. Or,
What do you smell? What do you smell?
dude, Allie's right. It smells almost like summer dumpster.
Where?
When we both walked in this morning, it was a pungent, disgusting odor in the KROQ kitchen, and it smelled like hot garbage mixed with baby diaper.
But now we share this kitchen with the news crew at KNX. They've been working around the clock, obviously covering the news, the fires, inauguration, everything else. As a result, I don't know what's going on, but at some point,
Somebody left something out over the weekend or something. I don't know what's going on. But I will say that the news crew, they make very elaborate breakfasts. Very elaborate. They're bringing ingredients in. They're
Right.
chopping onions, bell peppers, the whole deal. So if anybody is leaving stuff out that's going to spoil, it's the KNX people.
No,
Not
This-
like your disgusting lunch you brought the other day?
That was a Mediterranean bowl, and it was delicious.
oh, this could be Allie. See, I think Allie could be. And Johnny, why don't you go ahead and do some investigative reporting in the halls, talk to the reporters, because I think this could trace back to Allie. It wouldn't.
Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir.
Thank you. I have a feeling
Why,
that.
why is this turning around back on me? You're
Because-
the one in the poop pants.
Listen, first of all, I'm not really wearing rock pants, and I wish I was. But the reality is, Allie, there's a good chance that you chucked one of your stanky lunches in
No,
the trash.
I cover my tracks. I do.
I don't know.
I do. And a
With
lot of
what?
with soap.
With
What?
So?
Soap.
Not even an answer.
No,
Oh, soap.
I rinse out my bowls, or I eat, or I close them immediately, and I put them in my little lunchbox, and I wash everything when I get home.
Johnny just made his way into he's going through the garbage now. Look at him. He looks like a hobo. He's really rummaging through the trash right now.
And this is Jake's stuff, still trash.
Son of a bitch.
Hopes and dreams. Here
Maybe
they
it's
are.
Jake's weird octopus.
Oh, could be. Anything you find in the garbage, Johnny?
Yeah. A lot of trash. Nobody took the trash out over the weekend.
Oh, that's what it is.
There it is.
Well, there we go.
Filled to the brim. 2 trash cans.
Oh, it's
gotta-
the same in the men's bathroom, too. There's no paper towels or anything. It's all
Sweet.
like jammed full.
What? I don't know if that's allowed on the radio, what he just said. All right, we got to take a break. You want $100 of Allie's money? Call us now, 800-520-1067. We will pay the people next. Allie Show, Tuesday morning. A lot of people enjoy winning $100 for doing almost nothing. Just got to call and beat Allie about questions, things going on in the world. There's been no shortage of news recently, and if you do better than Allie, we pay people $100 every single morning, give you the chance to get that $100. Now, my favorite part of this is not giving people money and watching Allie have to pay out, even though she hates doing it. My favorite part is all of the DIY theme songs that people have decided to create and leave on the GOAT line if you're inspired during the day, or you're drinking, or you think of a funny rhyme and you want to call the GOAT line. That number is 844-956-GOAT, and it allows us to always kick off Allie Knows the News with an extra confidence boost for Allie.
Infidelity is hilarious. Poor hygiene is too. Let's find out if Allie knows the news. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Jazz hands.
Oh,
great call.
That was classic.
Great theme song. Always appreciate. There's so many good ones that are on the GOAT line now. Over hundreds of songs have been submitted by people just like you, and we always appreciate them. Even though they don't always make it to the air, the meanest ones definitely do.
Yeah, I would love just, one complimentary one through and through, from beginning to end.
There has not been one of those ever.
Still looking for it.
Jenny in Ladera Ranch. Good morning. Welcome to KROQ. How goes it?
Good morning, Klein. It goes good. How are you?
Doing fine. I'd love Allie to pay you, be forced to pay you $100 of her money. All you got to do is answer these questions about things going on in the world. She's going to leave the KROQ studios right now. You must leave and go into the smell.
No, I don't want to.
Go into the stank.
Bye, Allie.
Bye.
Which you came.
We wish you well. You head back to your stank, your filth that you created. And this is Allie leaving the KROQ studio. Please don't leave that door open for long. The smell is making its way into the studio. It's time for your round. Oh, God. She's wafting it in here. Stop it. Get out of here. It's time for your round of Allie Knows the News.
Allie Knows the News.
All right. Yesterday was Trump's inauguration, making him which president? What number president is he currently?
Oh, dear. 54th?
Go to question number 2. Name one of the 4 NFL teams that is still alive and playing for a chance to go to the Super Bowl.
Kansas City.
Go to question number 3. Workers from this store have authorized a nationwide strike. Good strike, I say.
Oh, gosh. Good strike, I say. I don't know. Walmart.
Go to question 4. Knott's Berry Farm is set to celebrate the 75th anniversary of what?
The boysenberry.
All right, and finally, Lego is dropping this themed Lego set on Amazon just in time for Valentine's Day. What is the theme of the Lego set that will be available on Amazon?
Well, if it's Valentine's Day, it's got to be love.
More specific?
I don't know, a heart shape.
Heart-shaped Legos. All right, we'll bring Allie and we'll score it together. Hopefully you do better than Allie does. She is re-entering the KROQ studios now. Man, that smell has not dissipated at all.
So bad.
Powerful stank.
It's gotten a weird musk to it.
Yeah, the fact
it smells like musk.
Chicks dig musk.
No, chicks do not dig that musk, dude. That is hot garbage. We're getting the hot garbage stank here at KROQ. Here we go, Allie. You're battling Jenny, and $100 of your money is up for grabs. Question 1.
Okay.
Yesterday was Trump's inauguration.
Right.
What number president is he currently?
47.
Okay. She said 54. He was previously 45, but he is now 47. Allie gets the point. Jenny is down 1 early, and we go to question number 2. There are 4 NFL teams still in the hunt for a chance to go to the Super Bowl. Name one of those teams.
The Washington Commanders.
That's goddamn right they are. Still plus 700 to win the Super Bowl. Still get some good value. Yeah, no one has any confidence in that team, and I don't blame them, but that's okay. I'm not going to say anything to mush that organization, but damn, they look good.
It's nice to be a part of a team that doesn't really get the credit that they deserve, but still is performing well, and you go, I told you so.
Yeah,
that's us.
That's right, except we don't perform. Question number 3. Workers from this store have authorized a nationwide strike. Good strike, I say.
Oh, yeah, Costco.
She said Walmart, but the correct answer is Costco.
How many good strikes are you going to hand out?
Allie's up. I don't love strikes, and I hate it if Costco were to shut down. I think Johnny one time got hired to be a scab at Costco. I believe at one point there were some workers that were striking, and Johnny went in as a scab worker. I'm not really sure the story there.
I guess I thought that Costco employees were generally pretty happy because we've talked to people who work at Costco and love it.
But everyone wants to be happier. Everyone wants more money. They want more days off. I get it. So Allie is up 3-1 right now. Jenny did get on the board when she said the Kansas City Chiefs were still a team playing in the playoffs. Yeah. Go to question number 4. Allie's still up by 2. Knott's Berry Farm is set to celebrate the 75th anniversary of what?
Oh, is it Snoopy?
All right, she said the actual boysenberry.
Oh,
Happy
man.
birthday, boysenberry.
Only 75 years with boysenberry?
No one's going to throw a party for the boysenberry like Knott's Berry Farm. The boysenberry has probably been around since the 1200s. But regardless, Allie is correct. It is actually the Peanuts comic strip celebrating 75 years. And if you think that's crazy, I just saw yesterday that the first episode of Breaking Bad came out 17 years ago. And that made me feel very old very quickly. We go to question number 5. Allie gets another point. Lego is dropping this theme set just in time for Valentine's Day on Amazon. I think it's an Amazon exclusive. Lego set. What is it a set of just in time for Valentine's Day?
90 Day Fiancé.
Terrible guess. She said a giant heart, which is also not a great guess, but at least closer. Guys, if you want to give flowers, but you don't want to give traditional flowers, wouldn't you want to build a bouquet using Legos and give that to someone that you probably want to have sex with?
Now Jake has an idea.
Jake, Valentine's Day is planned. It's a Legos flower set being released. All right.
Boysenberry was invented in 1920.
I thought they had those as well.
Well, I think there's a new one this year. I guess they're very every year there's like a different set that comes out, and I don't know, they're making a big deal about it. This big flower Lego set.
Get out of here! I'm making your Valentine's Day gift.
You don't need water or love. Hey, Jen, you put in a decent effort. Unfortunately, Allie smoked your ass, and what must you shamefully admit as she puts her $100 smugly back in her pocket?
She did smoke my ass. This is Jenny from Ladera Ranch, and Allie knows the news.
Tomorrow, around this exact same time, a little earlier, you'll have a chance to win $100 of Allie's money. Okay, here we are on KROQ. It's Klein Alley Show. We'll get into more show next.
Weekday. 7 KROQ FM and HD Pasadena. Los Angeles, Orange County. This is your weekday. 7 KROQ FM and HD Pasadena. Los Angeles, Orange County. 7 KROQ FM and HD Pasadena. Los Angeles, Orange County. 7 KROQ FM and HD Pasadena. Los Angeles, Orange County. 7 KROQ FM and HD Pasadena. Los Angeles, Orange County. 7 KROQ FM and HD Pasadena. Los Angeles, Orange County. 7 KROQ FM and HD Pasadena. Los Angeles, Orange County. 7 KROQ FM and HD Pasadena. Los Angeles, Orange County. 7 KROQ FM and HD Pasadena. Los Angeles, Orange County. 7 KROQ FM and HD Pasadena. Los Angeles, Orange County. 7 KROQ FM and HD Pasadena. Los Angeles, Orange County. 7 KROQ FM and HD Pasadena. Los Angeles, Oran
KROQ, we are Klein Alley Show. Later this morning, in about 25 minutes, give you a major announcement that could instantly make your life better. You're going to want to hear that. And then we'll tell you where we're going to be hanging out next. And we'd love you to join us. We got two announcements this morning. Two big announcements. One of them you'll be very excited about. One of them you'll be moderately excited about. Which one? I don't know. We'll get to that.
Depends on who you are.
Depends on who you are. They'll hit differently, and that'll be coming up starting in about 25 minutes right here on KROQ. Turns out Jake the Nerd is called Jake the Nerd because he does lots of nerdy things. So much so that he has his own theme song that we play from time to time when he wants to tackle a nerdy topic. And in this particular case, he's learning that his collection of comic books are not all that he thought they would be. It's time for something nerdy with Jake the Nerd.
He's got ulcer-colitis.
Ulcerative,
He's
dude.
Jake the Nerd. He's got uncontrollable turds. So spread the word.
Disability.
He's got a dog in his backpack. His name's Kibby. Here is Jake the Nerd with something nerdy.
There's a great theme song. Some people never heard it before. One of the greatest songs in the history of KROQ. Let's sing a lot.
The thing is, though, with Jake is that he doesn't have the benefit of being a nerd that a lot of other nerds get, where
Right.
they're like rich nerds, you know.
Successful nerds.
Yeah, you know,
invented
it's like
apps.
everyone teased me in high school, but look at me now.
Right.
You know, he's just kind of a useless nerd.
Right. And he's kind of doubled down on some of his nerdy things that have amounted to nothing. For instance, currently he's got, Jake, how many comics are in your collection currently?
Oh, hundreds.
All right. And Jake has been telling
I have
us.
3. I have like 4 long boxes full.
Right. And you live in a shed, so you don't have a lot of space, but the comics take up a good chunk of your space.
Yeah. I pretty much got to sleep on top of them.
Now, I guess there's no women to
Such
get in the
a
way, so he's got comics. But the reality is that you've been telling us for years now, don't worry, you've got a master plan with these comic books.
I had a master plan, yeah, which was to buy them when I was a kid, and then I save them for 20 years, and then I'd be able to sell them, and then retire.
Right. And you've learned
And
something.
how's that going?
You've learned something about your plan that you didn't really anticipate in all of your years of collecting and keeping these things, right?
Yeah, that most of them are worth nothing. less than cover price.
Less?
Yeah, if you add for inflation, less than cover price.
Oh my God! So you're losing money.
I've lost, a bunch.
So in your plan originally, you go, as a child, I'm going to buy these, keep them in the original
Buy
case.
numerous number ones of certain issues.
Right. And eventually I'll get the last laugh when I'm because people have done this before. I know what you're saying. I've seen this all the
Oh
time.
my God! You hear stories all the time.
Right. Someone bought a bunch of original Super Mario games, left them sealed, then sold them for $1 million. You hear about these things constantly. And a lot of that stuff I even remember having at some point going, what a dumb idiot. I opened it up and played with it. I should have kept
There
it.
are some things like that I have saved that I've since sold that were worth a lot of money, but I don't. I sold it, and I don't. I already spent the money.
Right. So
On more comic books.
on more comics. So this collection in your brain, you thought at one point would be worth what, hundreds of thousands of dollars?
I guess, yeah. When I was a kid, I would think something like that. Yeah, or
I love that you
approaching
thought you could
$100,000.
retire on that.
Yeah, this was your big retirement plan. And out of curiosity, what do you believe your whole collection is currently worth now?
A whole collection? Well,
In minus dollars?
In modern
I would
day.
have to pay someone to take it. It was like I had to pay for garbage pickup.
I think
Right.
you do. I think you've lost money on this.
bulky removal has to come and get rid of your boxes of comics. So at some point, you just started to try to sell them and no one wanted them.
I haven't even tried yet because it's not worth it. It would just be too hard. I think I had to donate it to a Goodwill. But there are a few key issues that I can sell, and I've since posted on eBay.
Okay, but a lot of these you haven't even opened because you wanted to preserve their value?
Yeah, because I've bought numerous copies of the
So
certain
you didn't
comic
even
books.
get the pleasure of reading them.
No, I would read one, and then I would not touch the other ones.
So you'd buy multiple
Multiple.
Yeah.
and read
Profitless.
one and save one.
And save sometimes more than one.
And do you have... But
This plan was so flawed from the very beginning.
And you know, people who buy stuff and resell it, they make a lot of money. I mean,
Sure.
there are
You know what
people
you're
who
doing?
can make, they can retire in their
Yeah.
20s and 30s because of all the things they resell, but you really have to know what's worth it and what's not.
I assume everything I see on TikTok is 100% real, and most of those people have figured out a way to become overnight millionaires just by buying stuff and reselling it.
Exactly. But Jake, you are not one of those people, but don't you have other things that you collect as well? What about your little Magic Virgin cards?
You mean Magic the Gathering?
Yeah.
It's not Virgin cards.
Well,
He's a collector of the V cards. That's
Yeah.
what he's got.
Yeah, take
A
them
lot
all.
of them. Yes.
But
and-
you have to have some of those that are valuable.
Yeah, but I need those to play in tournaments. That's how I'm trying to get my money back.
Oh my God!
Won't they be less valuable though when they're covered in Cheeto dust?
Oh no, you use protective sleeves with them.
Oh man!
Don't touch it, that's my sleeve. Oh man, poor guy.
So in this round of something
Dragon shields.
nerdy with Jake the Nerd, we've learned that your retirement plan of collecting comic books is backfiring, and now you've accepted the reality that you're just a grown man with a ton of valueless comics. At some point, you just come across like a collector that's got bad collection.
Yeah, it's not very good.
Yeah, if someone collects something and it's like, this is worth $1.5 million, that's cool.
Here's how
but if
sad
it's
my
not, then you're just a hoarder.
Yeah, my collection's so sad. The most valuable comic I own was a free comic book.
Oh man!
It actually says free on the cover.
Right. All right. Well, free is a good place to start. At least you're not losing money on that one,
Well,
right?
congrats, Jake.
That's been something nerdy with Jake the Nerd.
He's got ulcer colitis.
Ulcerative.
The nerd. He's got uncontrollable turns.
Yeah, that's not
Spread
funny.
the word. He's got a dog in his backpack. His name's Kippy. Here is Jake the Nerd with something nerdy.
All right, we'll take a super quick break. We're back with your actual ADD news in a moment. Then the big announcement that will instantly make your life better. It's all next year, KROQ.
World famous.
KROQ, Klein Alley Show. A lot of people guessing on the text line as to what was the terrible phone call I received as the show was ending on Friday. We have not talked about that yet. We will get into that next hour, but before we do that, we will give you some good news. Well, you know, this show is a real yin-yang, Allie. It's some good stuff, some bad stuff. Emotionally, we're all over the place.
We're never in one place for too long. Always moving and shaking.
That's right. Keeping it fresh. So we will get to your news now. Then we kick off a brand new hour of the show with a big announcement. That will be the good news. Then I'll share with you the call that no one ever wants to get, which I received just as the show was wrapping up on Friday. Definitely the last call you want to get when you're going into a long weekend. That's for sure.
A lot of people on the text line think that you have cancer because that's something you are afraid of. That's a bad call to get on a Friday.
Pretty bad call to get. I'll give you the details, but if I don't have it already, I'm pretty sure I'm picking it up from whatever that smell is coming out of the kitchen right now.
Seriously, I think it's giving me a headache.
Yeah, so we got that going for us. Here's your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
Well, it's official. We have a new president. Biden did a few more pardons on his way out, and then Trump issued a few right when he got in, including pardoning the January 6th rioters. Pardoning has got to be the coolest power you have as a president, right?
That's as close as us humans get to being like X-Men or Avengers. I think
totally.
the ability.
You get to point to someone and be like, "You're free."
Right. And also
can
they
you
were
pardon
doing
anybody?
Yeah, not only that, Omar. What I learned yesterday
Wait,
is
murderers too?
I think you can pardon anyone.
Pardon anybody.
They were doing future pardons.
What?
This was crazy yesterday.
Like even if they are ever charged with something, they're innocent.
Yesterday, I think on the way out, Biden gave a couple of future pardons to Fauci. He's like, if anything ever happens with Fauci, my man, you're
preemptive pardons, because he knew that if Trump got in, he would potentially go after some of these people.
It has to be federal crimes. It can't be state things.
Right, but still, once you have the presidential pardon, I mean, that is as valuable as anything ever. I know that every once in a while on Valentine's Day, my wife would give me these like coupons, like, good for one BJ, and then I would try to turn those in later, and they were like void.
Trump issued a bunch of those as well.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Well, I hope his are more valid than the ones I get, because I try to cash those in a week later.
Fauci's very happy.
She was like, expired. Sorry.
All right, Trump was signing a lot of stuff yesterday as well. He signed about a zillion executive orders, and I feel like at this point, I guess it's all about the fanfare of the physical signature, but I feel like we could just do e-signatures at this point. Wouldn't you agree?
It's all about the photo op, the giant.
And holding it up.
And giving the pen away.
And, the pen and everything.
It seems like, if we have budget issues in this country, why don't we stop spending so much money on these pens?
And the paper, too.
And everything's like wrapped in a leather, like a diploma book or something.
I know, it's crazy.
So unnecessary.
I wanted to do just like we do, where you're like trying to do the electronic signature, and then part of it's all messed up, and then you can't even figure out what the actual signature says.
I'm all about modernizing. That's old school stuff. That really looks almost like, I know there's we have a history in this country. You look back at presidents sitting at that same desk or some version of that desk in the Oval Office for years, signing stuff. Technology's gotten better. We can go thumbprint, moving on. We don't need this.
So he signed a lot of executive orders, one ending birthright citizenship. So if you're born here but your parents are from another country, that doesn't necessarily make you a citizen. But again, these are executive orders. This is something that he's like, this is my message to the federal government. This is how I want to run things. Now, there are plenty of legal hurdles that can get in the way of some of these orders. It's not like he just signs a piece of paper and all of a sudden that's what's happening. But he's seemingly also removed us from the World Health Organization. He's kind of telling the environment to F off. He withdrew us from the Paris Climate Agreement.
Again?
Yep, he reversed 78 of Biden's policies in one day.
That's what he does.
Rolled back some of the rules on sex discrimination and said there will only be two sexes moving forward, male and female.
Did he do anything for the dogs and cats?
You know what? They are still eating the dogs and eating the cats, according to Trump. So he hasn't done anything. That's the one thing he didn't do, I guess.
Oh, man.
But as far as his inauguration speech, the biggest applause of the night was not for him. It was for the random mention of his, quote, very tall son. Listen to this.
A very tall son named Barron. Has anyone ever heard of him?
What the?
Listen to this. This goes on for
a lot of clapping.
It's the only white guy who can dunk. So.
And he's standing, and then he does like a thumbs up, and everyone's like, oh my God. This is the personification of the next generation of Trump supporters, right? So everybody was like, oh my God, 6'5" Barron Trump.
He
He's
needed
the guy,
to prove
man of the hour.
to people that he did at one point have physical contact with Melania. And that was the proof right there. Because,
and also tall, big shoes, big stuff, all of it.
Let me get my shoes on. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat.
It's going to be a
I
real...
love Trump, bada-bada-ba.
Nope.
Hey, Allie, his biggest supporter from day one.
Yeah.
Some people say that there were a lot of influential people that were there, at his inauguration. You saw the Paul brothers at one point. I never thought I'd see the headline, Logan Paul puts Mike Tyson on his shoulders at the presidential inauguration. But
You put Mike Tyson on his shoulders?
Yeah, it was a real rager. But of all of the celebrities that were there, and were a big part of helping to get Trump elected, I don't think there's anyone that can take more credit than that woman right there, Allie Johnson. Right. Because when things were kind of in the middle and it looked like it could go either way, Allie said this on the radio.
I love Trump, bada-bada-ba.
And then just like
an
that,
example
landslide. The power you have. I love
Even
Trump,
in California.
bada-bada-ba. It was really that argument that I think
was
is
creating
what,
a jingle.
Yeah, it was good.
All right, it was a roller coaster of a weekend for anybody who loves TikTok as well. You spent one whole 12-hour period without it. So think about what that day was like and how you got through it. Sunday morning, people woke up to see that TikTok was not available right now. That was the graphic, and people couldn't believe that it had actually happened. TikTok millionaires were moving to Plan B, which, let's be honest, was probably OnlyFans. But then Trump signed yet another piece of paper delaying the ban for 75 days. And he also said that we should probably be getting at least 50% of TikTok's profit here in the U.S. But the fact that the CEO of TikTok attended the inauguration probably had some influence. So the problem's not over. But, you got to kick the can down the hill. It's the American way.
We got to find some of that audio. There was these people that were just putting up these messages, crying, like this, thinking they were saying goodbye. I mean, it was such an emotional. The people, I was dancing in my kitchen just 3 years ago, and now I love you all so much. And it was like, oh my God.
You should do a really, really long video.
Thank you.
Sentimentally.
I love the long videos. I'm very good at it.
I remember when I downloaded TikTok.
Yeah.
This place is special.
We have a brand new hour of the show to get into right now, and the first thing we do is give you a major announcement that will instantly make your life better. And who couldn't use that these days, huh?
Klein Alley Show.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Oh yeah, welcome to your Tuesday. If you had the day off yesterday for MLK Day, welcome back to it. We are Klein Alley Show. Pleasure to meet you. Thanks for starting your day with us here on KROQ. Lots of ways to find us. Radio's good. You can stream as well. Download the pod, or if you'd like to, you can look at our faces. Our big, bright, shining faces.
Hello.
We are on the YouTube right now, streaming as well on KROQ's YouTube live every single morning. Multiple angles, yet zero good angles. That's what we say about the show. Lots of ways to find us. I'm Klein. There's Allie right there.
Morning.
DJ Omar Khan. He's the audio sniper. You got Jake Z Nerd in the back room. Postmaster Johnny taking the calls. 800-520-1067. And Vanessa, who was saying hi to everyone, including volleyballs this morning here at KROQ.
Okay, volleyball.
That's right.
That's pretty good. Nothing pointed out.
Before we make the big announcement, it's so funny because I love Vanessa. I like it when she chimes in. Not everyone likes Vanessa, though. I didn't realize she was so polarizing. Yeah, take a listen to this. This message, as most of them do, started out, I think, with a compliment, but then it very quickly takes a shift, a drastic...
Well, hello again. I'm still not drunk, but this time I'm just calling to leave feedback. This is Laura in Covina.
Laura in Covina calling the GOAT line.
She has a lot of feedback.
She's, I can't tell. It sounds almost like I need to speak to the manager, but here we go.
I'm yet another immigrant from The Woody Show. Nothing major. It was just time. And over the last few months, I've really grown to love and appreciate all of you.
It's very nice to receive all these calls from people that have immigrated here from other shows. Understandably, other shows had their run, and you've just decided need something new year. You found us, and we appreciate that. Please now spread the word and grow the show. That is your duty. But welcome. It's good to have you here, unless you complain about us too much.
Some more than others, but all of you. I gotta say, I know folks complain about Klein's voice, but sweet mother of divots, Vanessa's voice made me want to shove ice picks in both of my ears.
Oh, Vanessa.
Guys, don't be a hater.
I
I agree with her.
Yeah, I mean, your
Why?
voice is an acquired
I
taste.
hate my voice.
Really?
What?
Yeah, it's the worst. I
It's
agree
got
with
so much
everyone.
personality. I love it.
This is
Perfect.
what
it's great for radio.
This woman wants to shove ice picks in her ears rather than hear you talk, and she even does an impression of you.
It's just so nasal and grating. But suffering through it, I realized she is an absolute sweetheart. And I learned to cope. I mean, like, okay, that's just how she sounds. That's how he sounds. But they're cool people.
All right, thank you very much. I've been grouped in with Vanessa. We have unlikable voices, apparently, so we picked the right job to get
It's
into.
how you sound, man.
It's just how we sound, but she learned to deal with it.
The same level as
I love how you
nasal.
celebrated LA after the fires, and just we know people who've lost everything. Everybody, I think, does at this point. But to hear the positivity of, hey, this is why we still love it here. This is what is so great about this place. It was just so sorely needed for all of us, and that is one of the main things I love about the show is that you're funny, playful, but not mean. Usually,
You gotta get
she's
mean.
a bitch.
I love
maybe
her.
Sometimes, when you got to be, but no, for the most part,
All right,
I
thank
love
you.
it. Keep it up, sweet divots, or whatever the hell she said, and have a good week.
Thank you for finding the show.
Oh,
New
okay,
listener.
volleyball.
Okay, volleyball to you and yours. That could be the new Sweet Divots. I think so. Okay, volleyball. Can't wait till we're at our first live appearance and we get to meet people and just say, okay, volleyball.
Okay, volleyball.
Hey, Vanessa, I'm just saying, I don't want to put this on our vision board because we don't even have one, but summer 2025, I think we got to do a Klein Alley Show, okay, volleyball tournament.
Yes!
Down on the beach.
Actually, it sounds really fun.
Yeah, it's going to be Vanessa, just a bunch of volleyballs. All right, big announcement time. It's time.
No people.
No people. Time for a new
She's just talking
destination.
to all the volleyball-
She's just having conversations with all the volleyballs.
Faces on all of them like Wilson.
People can bring their volleyballs by. Vanessa will have a conversation. It is time for another announcement. How will your life get better? Well, we sent you to. I think we sent you to London. I'm not really sure what happened to destination number 1 of KROQ's Mile High Club, but let's go ahead and get this one right. Destination number 2. This is where we send you all over the place to see cool bands, once-in-a-lifetime experiences, and it is an absolute pleasure to be able to announce that if you win Mile High Club trip number 2, you'll be heading to a city where I don't like the people, but I like the city, and that is Boston. And while you're there, you'll be seeing this band. That is your trip to Boston. It's destination number 2 on
See Sublime.
Sublime in Boston. Could be yours. At 9, noon, 3, and 6, we'll be qualifying you, getting your name on the standby boarding list. And just for getting on the standby boarding list, Allie, get a load of this. You will get to see Sublime right here, much closer than Boston, Redondo Beach at the Beach Life Festival.
Oh, nice.
So you get tickets to go to Redondo Beach Beach Life Festival where you'll see Sublime and many other bands that have just been announced. That's a cool
I
festival
think the
every year.
Pretenders are playing.
Yeah, it's a great lineup, and we will get you into that. But here we go. Get a load of this. You will also get on the standby list, and that will be coming up starting at 9 o'clock this morning, 9, noon, 3, and 6 all week long. It's KROQ's Mile High Club. And now that we're talking about Sublime, let's give you their newest one. They world premiered this right here in this very room at KROQ. It's the voice of Bradley Knoll. You get to hear his son as well, and Stick Figure. This is Feel Like That on KROQ. Sublime on KROQ. We'll give you a chance to see them starting at 9 o'clock this morning, not only right here at Beach Life Fest, but we'll get you on that flight so you can go see them again in Boston at Boston Calling Festival. It's one of those cool festivals. They always see the lineup every year. Super jealous and go, I'm never going to go there. But potentially you win yourself a trip starting this morning at 9, noon, 3 and 6, all day and all week here at KROQ. All right, so the Rams, decent effort, great season still, unexpected if you saw the way that season started. Everyone had hopes and dreams. And unfortunately, as much as we all hate the Philadelphia fans, one of them is on the phone right now because he would like to go ahead and bask in the glory of the fact that the Eagles are now moving a step closer to being Super Bowl contenders. Coma Jim is back on KROQ. Good morning, Coma Jim.
Hey, Jeff, how are you?
Fine. How excited are you right now as one of the Eagles' biggest fans? Yeah, but you also can't see anything, right? So you couldn't even see the game?
Exactly, Kev, but I heard the whole game.
How do you listen, then? Do you watch a TV, or do you just listen on the radio?
I have Sirius XM. I have Sirius XM satellite.
Great. Good. If you want to promote any other anyone else that competes with us, that'd be great.
No, I'm not promoting it.
Right, well said.
Okay. Have you ever been to an Eagles game in person, Coma Jim?
Yeah, we talked about this, Allie. Remember, they sit him in the third row. It's such a waste of a seat because the guy can't see anything.
I didn't know they sit him in the third row. Did he tell us that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Allie...
I couldn't understand half the words that were coming out of his mouth last time.
I think we need to rename Allie Coma Allie, to be honest.
Allie doesn't like me, that's all it is.
What? I've just met you, Coma Jim. How do I not like you yet?
I don't know.
In fact,
I'm just getting that vibe.
In fact, oh man, that's right. I'm getting that vibe too now that he picks up on it.
Exactly. I'm picking up on it. I pick up on things.
Allie, is it because he's handicapped, or what's the reason?
Yeah, it's because I don't like him because he's handicapped.
Because I was in a coma and...
Allie, do not mock him to his face. Unacceptable. I'm sorry, Coma Jim. That is very rude.
Kev.
I won't stand for that, Allie.
What is happening here?
Do not make...
That's not me.
Hey, Coma Jim, I don't know what she's doing. I'm sorry.
You are a very good person and very capable.
Thank you.
Well said.
There you go.
I don't let Allie speak for the show, but apologies if that insulted you in any way.
Coma Jim, this is not what it seems. Okay? I'm not actually saying these things on purpose.
Sounds a lot like...
I know, but you are, but that's okay.
No, I'm not.
I'm
not Coma Jim. Let's get back to the Eagles and the Rams. That's what we were talking about.
He's blind. He's not deaf. He hears you saying these things.
I'm not saying these things. Omar's playing some unfortunate clips that really actually are me, but it's not me live making fun of Jim. You understand, Jim?
No, I don't, but that's okay. All right, so let's go.
All right, Coma Jim, listen. Most importantly, congratulations on the Eagles. We got a big...
Yeah, moving on to the NFC conference. I'm going to be there.
Okay, great. Of course you're going to be there? I'd like to be at that game.
I'm going.
God damn, he's going.
Why, do they put him in the third row?
Probably, yeah. They give him those great handicap seats. Yeah, he gets right up there.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's Jim.
Allie?
That's not...
All right, Jim.
Well, see ya.
Hey, enjoy the game, Jim.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
You guys.
Sorry, this was a weird call.
I feel bad because the fires and stuff, and we devastated your football team. But.
Yeah, I was wondering if Eagle fans would feel bad.
No, most of them don't. Most of them don't. In fact, they said something like, I think Eagles fans they said, before the game started or during the game, Eagles fans raised
money to start more wildfires.
To start more fires in LA, which I thought was unnecessary. Very rude of them, but you guys are a bunch of scumbags, and you know it. But that's okay. All right, Coma Jim, good to hear from you. I'm sorry Allie made fun of you.
That's okay, Kev. Me and you are cool.
I didn't make fun of you.
Guys.
All right, there he is. The great Coma Jim.
I accept him.
It's too late now. Okay. Allie was watching the games for a completely different reason. Regardless of what you think about football, Allie has her eyes only on those calls that she feels are super gay. It's time for your gayest football highlights from this past divisional weekend. Here we go.
Here are the gayest sports highlights from the week.
2nd and 10. Awkwardness. And he's hammered down from behind by Milano. Elliott leaking to the right, but he squeezes it in.
And they hand him Mixon. Man, he looks good.
You have to get up. Bodies beat to shit. At the end of the day, after all this, I still, I love the guys.
Daniels dances around in the Lions territory.
Good route, just uses that big, powerful body to get inside and stretch it out.
Toughness, resilience, ability to overcome adversity. He's a total freaking stud.
And Williams coughs it up.
You know, we always got to watch Josh's legs in key situations. They put plenty on tape, no doubt about it. Still going. Bends it back and down. Ball comes out.
These have been the gayest sports highlights from this week.
A lot of coach crying.
A lot of crying, a lot of coughing up balls. I mean, it was as gay as it gets, and we still have 2 exciting weeks of football left.
I know.
And then the Great Depression can begin. When we get back, if you've ever thought you were being cheated on in your relationship, you're going to want to hear what the expert says next, because this is a person that has turned a whole business into catching cheaters, and they are available, and I believe they're local, right here in Southern California. We'll get to that after this on KROQ. You know, people have really stepped up. Businesses have stepped up. Individuals have stepped up. Listeners have stepped up. And believe it or not, our very own Pantyhose Greg, who, you know, he's very polarizing. Some people don't like him. And many people say they turn off the radio whenever he's on.
I think he's also very prominent in the YouTube live stream.
Oh, he
Some
is?
people are a little overwhelmed by Pantyhose Greg in the live stream.
Oh, I didn't even think the guy had internet.
Oh, no, he's on our live stream every day.
Oh, he is?
Oh, yes.
Oh, unaware.
Very aggressive.
Well, anyway, he is doing his part to help out as well, and I think it's important that sometimes people, even people you don't like, can be good people when situations call for it.
Pantyhose Greg here, calling back. Having this... Excuse me.
Air quality, not great, but I don't think that has anything to do with the fires.
That's
I feel
just
like
a regular Tuesday.
most of his messages start with something similar. So just get through the coughing, and he's got a beautiful message that will warm your heart.
Excuse me. Have a NASA call me, and I'll go ahead and let everybody know about what's happening over at the parking lot of the Santa Anita racetrack. For all the people who want to volunteer, or everybody wants to eat for free, or listen to the music, get the clothes, and all the free water. There's so much happening over there. Please put me on the air. All right.
He is saying something there. What actually, now that I listen back to it, I think he's actually taking stuff that's not meant for him.
Is that an actual location where that's happening?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's
I thought he
massive.
was just in the racetrack
But I think
parking
he's
lot.
just hanging out and eating food.
important is loyalty in your relationship, current relationship? Would you rank that as the most? You think it's the most important thing is loyalty?
Yes. Trust in general. Even when if it's not infidelity or whatever, if you can't trust your partner, there's nothing.
But a lot of people would argue that the ultimate violation of trust would be the cheating or the...
Unless you've agreed that you are in an open relationship or something like that, then yes. If somebody's seeing other people and not telling you about it, then they are a crappy person.
Read an interesting article recently that said that there has never been a better time. If you are the type of person that enjoys cheating, you are a cheater. And I do believe there are some people that are cut out for cheating and others that are not. I just think that there are certain people that have too much guilt associated with it, and there's others that just don't have a problem. They can completely separate themselves. But there's never been an easier time to do that than currently. Because as much as it's easy to keep tabs on people that you're in a relationship with, AirTag, etc., there are so many ways now for people to communicate, catch up with an ex, find them on Instagram quickly. I mean, there's just so many apps to hide conversations, hide pictures.
You might not even be cheating with a person these days.
Right.
Might be with a robot.
Cheating with a bot. That's why I found it fascinating when I learned about the services of the Love Rat Investigator. Her name is Madeline the Real on TikTok, and I guess people can hire her. Very attractive woman, I should point out, which doesn't hurt at all, because what she's attempting to do, kind of like To Catch a Predator would do with those perverts, she will... And she'll explain her services in a moment, but it sounds like what she'll do is if you're dating a guy and you think that maybe he would cheat on you if he had the chance, because that's the thing about a lot of women assume that guys, if they had the opportunity, would potentially be unfaithful. And the reason that guys don't... So there would be
so many more cheaters if they weren't so lazy.
Right. If there was opportunity. And what easier opportunity is there than an attractive woman sliding into your DMs and just starting to flirt with you, and then either you take the bait and flirt back and then say, let's meet up and bang, or you say, hey, I'm in a relationship, but
it's
I'm
like
flattered.
Ryan's Roses, but real.
But real, right, exactly. That's fake with actors. This is real with real people. This is her explaining kind of what she does, and then she can be on with us in a second.
If you want to put your man to the test, there are 2 ways to start the process. 1, DM me if you feel you need to chat about your situation first. Or 2, which is the quickest way to get started, go straight to my form, fill it out, and we'll be in contact from there.
And then I don't know what the process is, but she'll go over it with us. But she has figured out over the thousands of guys that she has, I guess, caught, being, I don't know if they've gotten full cheating, but, basically agreed to cheat. She has a list now of the types of professions and the types of people that are most likely to cheat. So joining us now on KROQ, it's fascinating conversation. Madeline, what a side hustle you created that's now become a whole industry, huh?
Hi, how are you guys?
Great.
Doing well. Is anyone faithful anymore, or no? Is that just a thing of the past? Is that just something for our parents' generation?
I actually think there are plenty of faithful people and, wonderful men, because I know I deal with cheaters every day, all day, but there are plenty of wonderful people. It's just you got to be patient enough to find them.
So now that you've tested thousands of guys, what are the red flags immediately that spell out a cheater before you even do your investigation?
The first thing I always ask is, what is their behavior with their phone like? If it's secretive, and by secretive, I mean, you've been in a relationship for over a year and they always have their phone facing down. They put it away when you come into the room. They sleep with it. They shower with it. You don't know their passcode. I've dealt with women who have been married for years, and the guy still won't give her the passcode.
I've seen the argument that is a indication of cheating, but then I've also seen the argument that says it's actually super healthy to have boundaries. Not that you have anything to hide, but that you shouldn't feel the need to constantly be checking in on the person that you're with if it's a serious long-term committed relationship, right?
I totally agree. Yeah, and even if that person is cheating and you feel the need to check in on them, then why are you putting yourself into the position of being a babysitter? That sounds really just exhausting, right, having to babysit your partner. So that's unhealthy anyway. But I'm talking about, when you're not just trying to, I had a girl who had to use the restroom at a restaurant, and her guy had his phone in her bag, and she took her bag to the bathroom, and he literally busted in the woman's room telling her to, I need my phone. He didn't want her alone with it. That's completely that's a different dynamic.
So usually, I guess every case is different, but the thousands of people you've done these investigations on, they'll reach out to you on TikTok, whatever. They'll find your handle at Madeline the Real, and then they'll say, "Hey, I'm suspicious about this guy," or "I want to see if he would take the bait." And then you kind of, what happened? You slide in the DMs?
Yeah, I just try to find a little bit more about the relationship before I go in, how long they've been together. I would say that 99% of the women that come to me have already had existing issues in the relationship regarding fidelity and infidelity, I guess, in this case, and the guys going behind their back and talking to random strangers on the internet. So it's not first offenders that I'm testing. And, from there, I'll give the woman my input, whether it's I don't think that you need my services, to it's up to you, but I think that this is, a completely legit reason to move forward. And then I give them the information to go to my website, themadelinebrand.com/start, and then they fill in a form. It's only 6 questions. They choose what platform they want, and then we get going.
And do you create a separate
aliases?
Yeah. Are you creating different handles and things like that for different people?
Okay. Not for different people. I have a couple different handles that in variations that the woman can choose from.
And then when you do catch them, if you are catching them, how are they typically cheating? Is it mainly through Instagram now? Like, how are men cheating? How are they meeting people?
It's so funny because it's generational. So the older guys will agree to meet up for a date. The kind of millennial guys are fine sending special pictures over Instagram or text, and then the younger generation, like 20s, their Snapchat.
Oh,
so you'll start kind of the conversation. Hey, I saw your pictures. You're kind of cute, and then either the guys will pretty quickly take the bait, and that will escalate, or they'll potentially, the good ones would say like, appreciate that, but I'm in a relationship. Thank you. But that doesn't happen very often, you're saying?
It doesn't. However, again, these aren't first offenders, so I don't want to give anyone anxiety out there that, like, if anyone slides into their guys' DMs that they're going to take the bait, It's more of just people who already have an issue, or there's already been trust broken in the relationship, or things like that. But, yeah, there's... And the ones that are loyal, there's not anything to report because they see the message, they delete it, block it, tell their girl someone random reached out to me, and then leave it.
And you charge how much for these services? If people say, all right, I want the love investigator, because it does feel like it's entrapment, kind of. But also, I mean, if I ever got DM'd by an attractive woman flirting with me, I would assume something was up. I would never assume that was legitimate.
Really, because that happened to you, and you swore it was legitimate.
No, that was a girl I used to go to college with, Allie, that I had hooked up with in the past. It was not completely out of left field.
No, there was that wrong number, wasn't it?
Oh, that's right. Yes, that's true. That was a wrong number one I got. But
she saw that was me.
That was a wrong number one. But that was just casual, harmless flirting. Anyway, regardless, what's the fee for this? What does it start at?
It's $65. It can vary depending on what you want, but my base fee is $65.
And are you finding a trend as far as the types of guys, like what they do for a living, what their hobbies are?
Yes, absolutely. So one of the most random hobbies that I've noticed are cheaters or hunters.
Whoa.
I don't know why. It's so random, but that's something that's been really consistent over the years. And, and then the usual kind of stereotypical law enforcement that really is, first responders, that's definitely a big one.
First responder to your text, to your DM, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
I am a first responder.
So
you, first responders.
You found that like people that work in law enforcement are the ones that are the most likely to take you up on the offer, even if it's not a real offer, right?
Yeah.
And how far do you take your services? People asking on the text line, do you ever actually go meet them in person, or it's all just digitally?
I have done a couple in person, but those were under very special circumstances. That's not something that I just offer outright. However, I will depending on, and again, this isn't all, like, I don't do all of this for $65, but if I need to have a certain conversation with them and exchange or, you know, or get that one incriminating text that, you know, says they really want to move forward and meet me.
But nothing physical. You never go to the point of physical.
Oh, no.
No, never.
She's just hooking up with all these guys.
Well, I was going to say, it sounds like an exhausting job. Really.
And have you ever had somebody reach out for their girlfriend cheating? Or is it only guys?
Oh, yeah. No, I have women in female relationships, female relationships. I have males reach out to me with about their women, either whether it's just for advice or if their wife or girlfriend is you know, leans towards men and women, or, you know, things like that. So we've got a different variation of relationships that come in and ask for my help.
Would any guy hire you on purpose? Listen to this move, Allie. You hire this woman who's usually being hired by the girls to catch the guys cheating, to say, hey, I'll hire you, flirt with me a little bit so that I can let my girlfriend or wife know that I'm still a hot commodity. Do you ever get that?
No, that would be very dysfunctional.
No, and I love that you're thinking of that.
That's the
Klein.
first thought I had, Allie.
Do you happen to know, I know this is, you probably don't have like exact percentages, but are guys more likely to cheat than women? And do you know the difference in like the percentages or how likely that is?
Yeah, and the thing is this is such an ongoing battle between the sexes. Like, well, this study says this and this study says that. I mean, and really, statistically, guys are more likely to cheat.
Or just hire you for really weird reasons, like Klein.
That's right. We'll be contacting after the show. All right. Well, a lot of people asking for your information. On TikTok, it's Madeline the Real, the website. What's your website? MadelineTheReal.com. People can go there and find you?
No, it's the MadelineBrand.com/start.
Okay, go there.
Sorry for the long thing, but yeah.
She lives in L.A. She's got quite a few people, thousands, already tested 5,000 men and exposed hundreds of cases. She does say there are still good people out there that refuse to cheat. And it doesn't hurt that you're attractive, though. You're using your actual pictures, correct? This is really you? You're not using aliases and bots?
Well, I'm not using bots, but I do have different aliases. And yes, I also use myself.
All right, good to know. Fascinating.
Way to perv out on her.
I'm not perving out on her.
She's using her real pictures, right? You're real.
You watch yourself.
All right. I'm going to hire you to look at Allie's wife after the show, so don't you worry. We got some. All right, thank you for joining us, Madeline's fascinating. Got a terrible phone call after the show on Friday that really ruined my weekend, and we'll share that with you next on KROQ. The show with a big announcement at 7 o'clock that will send you to Boston to see Sublime. First chance to win at 9, noon, 3, and 6 all day and all week long. Plus, you get tickets to see Sublime right here at Beach Life Fest. We have another announcement, show-related announcement, coming up just after 8 o'clock, where we will be next, and we'd love you to hang out with you, give you all them details. So Friday, the show was coming to an end. We were about to get into the 3-day weekend. People, I would say, vibes were high, considering the weeks we've gone through. I think everyone felt like, man, really need a weekend to decompress. It's just been so emotional with the fires and everything else. And then in my house, I had the lice infestation, too. So between the fires and the evacuations and the packing, the unpacking, not as bad as, of course, many people's weeks were, people that lost homes and everything. So it seems trivial in comparison. But I did get a call from my wife as we were going off the air, and she said, do you have my car? And I said, no, why would I have your car? I have my car. And she says, well, someone stole my car overnight. And I said, yeah, but I've received this call from her many times before, and usually it's like, oops, I forgot I parked it on that street instead, or, oh, I'm in the wrong parking lot, or I forgot the valet has it. So she's called me quite a few times with the car has been stolen, only to immediately been able to track down where the car was. This particular time, though, the car was stolen, officially stolen.
And how do you know that?
Well, first, I was the one who parked it the night before, so I knew exactly where it should have been.
Do you park it in your driveway, or do you park it on the street?
In the street. Usually in front of the house or on the side of the house, depending on, there's a lot of cars parked on the street, so you got to find a spot, and sometimes there's, position A would be in front of the house. A lot of times those are taken, so you go position B, which is side of the house. Usually not a big issue. In this particular case, it was parked on the side of the house. And then I thought to myself, sometimes I'm a little in the red when there's not a good spot. I'll go in the red a little bit. Maybe it got towed. So I go, best case scenario, which is still a terrible scenario.
That's so bad.
Car got towed.
Very expensive scenario.
But then I checked the security footage, and I do see at 3:30 in the morning, Thursday night into Friday. Actually, it was funny because it happened around the same time that I would normally be waking up for this show. I see a car pull up behind where my wife's car was parked, sit in there, clearly using some sort of a device to unlock the car using, you can tell that they're doing something.
Can you see them in the car? Like you can see.
You can't really see that's the worst part about it, is that because of the winds and the stupid branch that's blowing in front of the camera, it's like terrible footage.
Oh.
But you can see them, they're clearly figuring something out, and then you can kind of see the lights on my wife's car kind of blinking on and off in weird patterns, and it's clear that they're attempting to figure out how to get into the car. Then they unlock it, and then they leave, which is a weird thing. They drive off. Without the car. The car's still there. And then about 20 minutes later, they come back, someone gets in and drives her car off.
Damn, what an operation.
So it's gone, still gone. And it's really annoying for so many reasons. Obviously, if you've ever had your car stolen, so
it's a very violating feeling,
right.
Especially if it's outside your house. You feel like it's not safe to be near in your neighborhood.
But also on top of everything else, I feel terrible because we had unpacked most of that car after we thought we were going to evacuate with the fires, but we had left a lot of the kids' stuff in the back seat because we created we thought we were going to have to wake them up in the middle of the night and move them out of the house when the fires were moving closer to us. So we had their blankets, some of their stuffed animals.
Oh, no.
All that
their
stuff
memories.
was in the back seat. And that really makes me so much angrier than even the car itself, is that all of that stuff was there. And my wife started going over all the stuff that she had left in the car too. She's like, this jacket, I just got this jacket, I haven't worn it yet. And that wasn't, so that part is annoying. But you go to the police station because you have to go in person and file a report. And
is it like going to the DMV?
It's like that, except there's only one person working at the police station. And because of the week and everything else that's been going on in Southern California, guy with stolen car is very low on the list of priorities. They just don't really care.
Well, and also, it's really hard to catch them.
Yeah, and
unless they happen to, come upon them on the street for some reason.
Doesn't matter if I give them, here's the VIN number, here's how to track it, here's the picture, here's a video of it being stolen.
You don't have an app that tracks the car?
They don't. Well, the guys that steal it know what they're doing, I guess, because they're able to deactivate or turn it off. But you would think if you called the place, they would track it. But then they've got all these rules in place that do not allow you to track cars, even your own, because they were explaining, let's say, Allie, you and I are in a relationship and I'm an abusive husband and you decide to leave and I want to track you. They make it hard to do that stuff. So it was kind of surprising. You'd think in like the year, what year are we in, 2025? It'd be easy to find any car. It's all hooked up to GPS, you'd think. Not the case. So everyone said, "Don't worry, you'll probably find it within 24 hours." It was like not
Who said that?
The police didn't say it, but regular people, idiot friends said that.
I assume that when a car is stolen, it is gone from my life.
Bye-bye.
I expect, just like any bicycle or anything else that's been stolen from me, I will never see it
And
again.
a lot of people would say things to her like, "Don't worry, my car got stolen a few years ago, and they found it 3 days later, and someone was living in it for a while, and they were defecating in the back seat, but we got it back." And my wife's like, "Oh my god." It was like they're trying to make her,
I don't want it back.
right. She was trying to make her feel better about it but yeah. So it's just the whole process sucks. And I know that.
Did you have it back?
No, we don't have it back.
I thought there was going to be a plot twist.
No lead. In fact, I got call every time I got a call over the weekend from any unknown number, like a sucker. I'm like, "Go ahead, you got it." And they're like, "How would you like solar?" I'm like, "You sons of bitches." So yeah, we don't have it back. And
so now you just have no car. She has no car.
No car. I got a rental yesterday, which will buy us like a couple of days to figure it out. But, obviously insurance is all backlogged now because of, because even when you call insurance, like, "Is it about the fires?" You're like, "Not really."
Right.
Fire adjacent, kind of. And they're like,
Well,
wait
and
in
I
line.
think that criminals know right now that the focus is being put on that. So they're like, now's the time to go to another area that's not on fire and steal everyone's cars.
So, yeah, be on the lookout. The guy at the police station was saying to me that if you know what you're doing, you can buy devices on Amazon for $50 that can literally help you get into pretty much any car. Like they said, it's not the barrier of entry to start becoming a professional car thief is not that difficult.
626 said it wouldn't have happened if someone had a megaphone yelling, "All calm." This is just another instance of you being a horrible neighborhood watchman.
I was not on watch, but I will say this because I looked at where the footage was timestamped. At the exact time, I was sitting in my kitchen having coffee to get in the morning before I start getting ready to leave the house for this show. Right outside the kitchen window, which is where the car was parked, was like, wow, that was happening. And I kind of started putting it together in my head.
Things are going to be okay.
Because I'm watching the footage of the car getting driven down the street, and then I'm like, wait, who's this weird guy back into the scene? And then I realized it's me leaving for work.
Oh, my God.
And I missed it by like 3 minutes.
And you didn't notice for a second that it was gone.
No, and she said that too. She's like, "You didn't notice this morning?" I'm like, "No, I'm like asleep. I'm driving in here. Like,
yeah.
you know how this drive is in the morning."
Literally half my house could be
right. So I was like, "No, I didn't notice it. I didn't smash into it. I know that much, but I didn't notice
my
it was
car
gone."
was there.
So anyway, that's the situation. But we'll get into it later. A lot of people want to share the stories. Hang on the phone. We'll get to your calls in a second. Quick break. We're back in a second with your ADD news. Another hour of the show. A big announcement. All that is coming up next on KROQ.
Klein. Howie.
Shout.
KROQ. Let's get your news now. Then we kick off a brand new hour of the show, complete with a major announcement that involves us all hanging out together. We give you that news as soon as we're done with this news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
All right, well, the Trump inauguration happened, complete with technical issues and a potential Nazi salute. Some of the plans that he has outlined, in addition to all the executive orders that he signed yesterday, are to tell the environment to go F itself. And this is one thing he said about his plans for the environment.
Also declare a national energy emergency. We will drill, baby, drill.
Hell yeah!
Drill, baby, drill.
So, that's how he's going to solve the energy problem. Also, apparently, we're going to Mars. That's going to be another big thing that will take place within his 4 years in office.
And we will pursue our manifest destiny into the stars, launching American astronauts to plant the stars and stripes on the planet Mars.
You know what's funny about...
There's like a pause there, too. Everyone was like,
You know when you're accidentally
okay.
listening to a podcast at the wrong speed and people sound super drunk? Mm-hmm. That's how he's sounding right now.
On regular.
Yeah. Like that sounds like the kind of thing that like you're
on
drunk.
On the planet Mars.
Think about like the last time you had a conversation with one of your friends, like hammered on the couch. It was like eating a taco, and they're like, "We're going to Mars."
Well, I mean, look at how much he talks. Wouldn't you be eventually kind of slurring your words, just be sheer time?
It's a lot of
spent?
words. Drill, baby, drill. By the way, is a ripoff from this idea.
What up, party people? Open wide for Bangfest 2025, bitches.
Bangfest 2025 was Jake's activity. Drill, baby, drill. Very similar.
Also, there was a moment where Elon Musk, who was there, and he was very excited. He was having the time of his life, or he was on a lot of cocaine, but he was extremely excited when Trump mentioned that they were going to go to Mars and plant the flag on Mars. And then he kind of like pounded his chest and shot his right arm in a, 45-degree angle towards the sky. And then he turned his back to the audience and repeated that towards the American flag. And everyone was like, whoa, this was very Hitler-y.
That'd be sick.
Yeah. And then when everybody called him out on that, he was like, ugh, the everyone is Hitler defense is so tired. Please stop. It was like, yeah, but that was really... And he was like clipping his legs together like, ha-cha! A whole... I was like, this is strange. Like, he made a choice to do that gesture.
Yeah, I heard about it before I saw it, and I go... Yeah, everyone does seem a little sensitive these days. And then I saw it and I go, well, that's...
it was aggressive.
That's pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
This is what he said about it. He really doubled down,
Is
huh?
that a South African accent?
That is South African.
Means drill, baby, drill.
Oh, is that what that means? Jesus.
And then during the inauguration performances, Carrie Underwood was the victim of a very big technical difficulty. And this the music was supposed to play, and then it didn't. And just let's bask in the uncomfortable silence.
Performing America the Beautiful, please welcome the Armed Forces Chorus and Carrie Underwood.
Oh, my. I think I'm just going to go to the next story because this lasts for an extremely long time.
Really?
Oh, yeah. This goes on for a long time. This is just everyone sitting waiting for the music to begin.
Maybe they couldn't see the cues over Melania's hat. Maybe they...
Or Barron. He's
that
just
what
so
it is?
tall.
So tall. Look at that tall boy.
So while we're talking now, everyone is just sitting there in silence, waiting for the music to begin.
And Carrie Underwood doesn't, make a nod to, okay,
she's doing, kind of a smile.
Oh.
Nope.
And it's gone.
Wait, are you serious? Oh, that's awesome.
And then it starts again, just the longest silence. And then they cut back to Trump, and he's just kind of like, doop-a-doop, just staring forward. Everyone's just staring forward. And I'm like, is anybody going to do anything? This is still going on.
Well, it's fitting.
And everyone's
just
waiting.
Looking at each other?
And everyone's just looking at each other. And then she's doing a kind of a nervous smile, like, should I start or not? At this point, I feel like you need to make some kind of a decision.
Should have done that Ashley Simpson jig from SNL. That would have been the move right there. Oh, still going.
Yep, still nothing.
Oh, man.
Again, this is all in real time.
No wonder it was the longest inauguration ever. Everyone's talking about that.
And still going.
How was Snoop, by the way?
Apparently, he was pretty good, but everyone's upset about it. And then Kid Rock also performed, but also had a very nervous and weird, perverted interview with a BBC reporter.
Oh, yeah, we have that audio.
So we have that audio as well. Once again, we are still just in the same silence.
Anything?
No one is saying anything. No.
Holy moly.
What was this? This was live on what? All the channels? Was this live on everything?
Yeah, this is live. Oh, I think she's about to start.
You know the words, help me out here.
Oh, man, that was a problem. So the band just
So it
didn't
took
play,
her
huh?
It was 2 minutes of silence.
Wow, that's like one question.
Before she...
Hell, you could have gotten through one question
I know.
at that time.
And then more and more people are doing dry January every year, and the way that the year is going, I don't know why anyone's still wasting their time, but sobriety is getting more and more popular to the point where now they're saying our social circles are splitting into two groups, and the dividing line is alcohol, where more and more people are picking up a six-pack, and it's Athletic Brewing non-alcoholic beer. A lot of more beer brands now have non-alcoholic products that are on the shelves, to the point where it's very normal now for people to just all hang out together at a house, at a bar, whatever, and be completely sober. So it is a growing movement, and it's getting to be like we're seesawing on whether or not America is sober or drunk.
And just as expensive. It's bullcrap.
Yeah, Jake talked to more people at the bar this weekend to figure out how everyone was enjoying their dry January. We'll get to that coming up next hour as well, as we kick off a brand new hour of the show right now.
Klein Alley Show.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Good morning, just after 8 o'clock here on a Tuesday. If you had a long weekend, welcome back to the grind. We are Klein Alley Show. Thanks for starting your week with us. Short week, which is great. Always people in a good mood when the week feels shorter, seems shorter, as we are cruising to that weekend. And hopefully next weekend will be a better one than this past weekend. Jesse on the phone at 800-520-1067. We have a big announcement to share with you in moments. What's up, Jesse?
How you doing?
Good. What can we do for you?
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Sweet.
I was just calling because didn't you mention that someone came to your house about a week ago, like some scammers, and then you let them know that your neighbors were not home?
Yes.
Anyway, I was just thinking that what if those were the people that were scoping you out and trying to see how vulnerable you were, and if you were
Hey, you know what? I did get half scammed from a fake DWP door-to-door guy that was trying to sign people up for the DWP Unlimited plan, which I guess is not a real thing.
Yeah, but they were probably like, dude, if this guy bought DWP Unlimited...
I didn't buy it. I just tipped him off.
No, but I mean, if you're buying that crap...
Yeah.
Then
right.
you're gonna...
Yeah, they
you're
could
a
have been
guy that
casing the
should
place.
have his car
They
stolen.
could have been casing. I mean, the cops... listen, when I was in the police station talking about my theories on the robbery, the GTA, the Grand Theft Auto... Mm-hmm. I told the guy a couple theories, and he didn't really seem to care. He's like, here's your police report. And I go, well, also just thinking about this, but there was one other guy that did say that he liked that car, and I had never seen
And they're
it.
like, really? What did he look like?
Yeah.
He tends to write
Yeah.
things down.
He's like, here's your piece of paper. And I'm like, okay, but this isn't my car. I just have a piece of paper now.
Can you draw...
Can you draw a car on this paper, at least, sir? He's like, here's your paper, moving on.
Is there anything that you can get a description of him going? Like, literally nothing? There's no descriptors?
You know the worst part about it? I'm going to tell you 2 reasons why I'm a total failure. There's way more than 2, but I'll give you 2 right now.
We only have time for 2.
He said, as long as the plates are on the car, I guess police cars, LAPD police cars, once they put it in the system, without even the officers looking for the cars, I guess their cameras can pick up certain plate numbers.
Whoa, really?
It's what the guy was saying to me. I don't know if that's true or not. And he said, so it could get, just by the car driving around the streets of Southern California, it could get picked up, be a traffic camera or something. The plate will now be like known as like a hot plate or whatever.
You don't have plates.
Didn't put plates on the car. So that's my first fail. And
you had no plans to, I bet.
And then second fail, he said, when your wife got the car, did she sign up for the tracking service that was, you have to basically say, send me an email, and then you have to accept the email from the car, and then the car can be tracked. And she said she got a lot of notifications about it, but she never hit accept because she thought it was like a scam. So,
the irony.
So that was, And then the guy's like, are there any stickers on the car? Anything that, lets us know it's like any sort of...
Any differentiator whatsoever.
Right. And I said, my kid did get a sticker that they were like the student of the week, but we didn't put it on the car because we didn't want to look like losers.
Yeah, that's right.
And he's like, I agree with that. I agree with that.
I'd rather have your car stolen.
Emil on KROQ, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, Klein? Good morning, guys.
Good morning. What's up, dude?
Hey, I'm a 911 dispatcher for LPD. I've been listening to you guys, and I just wanted to say that we're currently on tactical alert because of the fires.
I know.
that means like half the officers are out in the field with dealing with the fires, and because of that, the officers are not allowed to, run any plates or do any stops on vehicles that could lead into like an officer emergency.
Yeah,
So,
I get it.
as I
I
say-
believe it. Listen, I know there's bigger issues out there, so I understand. It's why these
that's
criminals
what
are
they say,
smart.
But I know your car is out there, but hopefully they'll find it soon when they're allowed to, run the plates.
I doubt it. By then, it will be just a giant cesspool of semen and
It'll
fecal.
be all melted down and built into
Thank you
something
for
new.
what you do, by the way, Emil. We greatly appreciate it. All right, Allie, let's give you some good news, shall we? Everyone could use that. It's been a while since we've done anything with our listeners, and we are doing it again. Last year, we decided to head up the mountain and do a little fun drinking games with the AA Vengers at Snow Summit. So much fun was had that they said, you know what, guys, we're inviting you back to do it again.
This is the ditch day that we did with Secondhand Cindy, Four Loko Freddy, the Bud Light Bros. All of our alcoholic listeners
Apparently,
showed up.
Trey Cool from Green Day was there. Just stopped by randomly to pop in. Didn't even unexpected guest, but everyone stopped on by, and we're doing it again January 31st, which seems like we need it today, but it will be later this month. Allie wants to do a New Year's redo. We want to do a countdown to noon and start the year over again.
I just thought we deserved a mulligan on this year.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's been a really crappy January,
Right.
so we should just do another countdown. We can do a VIP section, Klein. We can even do a little party favors.
I get it. We're going to be there from 1 until 3, although we'll probably get there earlier. Usually we do the show here in the morning, then we hightail
road.
up the hill. Love you to join us. We've got lift tickets to give you, tons of them. A grip of lift tickets we'll be hooking you up with, plus some VIP wristbands so you can hang with us. Anyone can go to this on the day. If you don't win your way in, you can still join us. So plan your ditch day accordingly. If you need to fake jury duty, an illness, want to blame it on the fires, whatever you need, plan on being there on January 31st, Snow Summit Resort for Klein Alley Show, Ditch Day, the sequel, Ditch Day 2, Electric Boogaloo. We will see you there. We're going to be at Tommy's Bar, which is located at Snow Summit. We got details. We're posting it all up on our socials right now. In fact,
there's food.
Caller 20 right now. If you are no lame-o, we'd love you to join us. Give us a
No
call.
lame-os.
800-520-1067. We'll give you the first pair of lift tickets and some VIP wristbands to hang with us. And let's go ahead and take a moment now as this emotional train continues to roll down the tracks at KROQ. This was the song, now there's a video that goes with it. A Green Day song from many years ago that we've updated to just say thank you to everyone who has helped us rebuild L.A.
Very
Look at this. Dude, we're in like Colorado.
Angels.
Last Night on Earth, Green Day, a song from so many years ago that just seems so fitting today, and cannot say thank you enough, because every week that goes by now, people are going to feel a little, as much as the rebuilding is going to take years, it doesn't seem it's like so top of mind, and it was crazy that a week ago this was all any of us could talk about or think about.
Dude, I know.
And for some people, and everyone knows someone.
People are still not even back in their homes yet.
Yeah, I just found a teacher at my kid's school. I think they're home, lost their hometown. I mean, it's just really so sad. And the stories continue, but also a lot of hope there. All right, let's go ahead and give some good news to someone. Andrew, Long Beach, you're caller 20. What's up?
What's up? Does this mean I win the snowboarding ticket?
You're going to get some lift tickets to hang with us. You don't have to hang with us. You get to enjoy all the fun of Snow Summit, January 31st for the Klein Alley Show Ditch Day. And you will get VIP wristbands as well, so you can hang with us in the bar and eat and drink and all that other stuff as well. All right?
Heck yeah.
Hold
Thank
on one
you so
second.
much.
We'll be giving away tons of these lift tickets over the next week, so next actually few weeks. So be ready to hang with us and come up with your excuses now. Quick break, back in a moment. More show continues next.
I think everybody here knows what it means to join the Mile High Club.
Hey, I'm just calling to say that I feel like Klein's getting a lot of shade for his weigh-ins, and I just think he's super hot.
I bet she's one of those guys who likes like skinny, emaciated nerds.
First of all, she's not a guy. She's a woman, for starters. Let's stop there. Lisa, thank you. I hear what you're saying.
Thanks, brah.
Give me some other names of people you find attractive in the world.
David Draymond.
David Draymond from Disturbed? He's like,
I can see that for you.
He's also like 5'4" or something.
Yeah, he's like
real
a little
short.
guy who's thick.
But I feel like a lot of callers say that Johnny's hot, but Klein is way hotter.
You hear that, Johnny? I'm way hotter than you.
Way hotter. I don't think you need to lose any weight, Klein.
I don't want to lose weight. They're forcing me to because of the forced resolution.
Oh, don't do it. You're hot just as you are.
Yeah, just lose.
What do you look like?
I'm 5'11" and I'm blonde.
Whoa.
And I'm F cup. No lie.
What celebrity do you look like? That's what we were asking. What celebrity do you look like?
She's an F cup. Sweet knockers. Shut up, Klein. You're ruining this for yourself.
Shut up, fatter Klein.
Julia Stiles.
Julia who? Julia Child?
Julia Stiles. Julia
Stiles. I've been told.
Come here. Take me from the back.
Look at this. F cup of flour.
Open this birdie.
All right. Great. You're very big, well-endowed Julia Child. Thinks I'm hot. Lucky me. What a day. All right, Lisa, thank you for stroking my ego. No, it doesn't help. Everyone around
She
here.
can stroke you and then debone a chicken.
Mike, you may have the best reason to have quit Dry January. Go ahead.
My in-laws got evacuated and are living with us, and it's been an absolute nightmare, to say the least. And on top of it, they're allowed to go back to their house, and they're still at our house.
Oh, no.
You got to go.
I like it here.
You got to get that Watch Duty app updated and send it back to their place.
Oh, no. So on what day did you start drinking? Day one?
Well, they came last Wednesday, so yeah, since then.
Oh my God, that is rough. There are so many people having to stay with their in-laws right now.
Have you told them that they're allowed to go back, that they're no longer evacuated, or?
Oh yeah. Like, hey, look at this. It says on the news your neighborhood's back open. Hey, look at this news story. Everyone's going back home.
And what do they say?
Yeah, but you said, we like it here. It's comfortable. We enjoy where we are.
Have you thought about going to their house?
Yeah, take over their house.
Yeah,
maybe do a house swap.
swap.
All right, well, that's a real reason. That guy may need these tickets. Show. Tuesday morning. Just announced a couple of things. It's 7 o'clock, made the big announcement. It's KROQ's Mile High Club, and we're sending you to Boston to see Sublime. Plus, just for qualifying, getting on that standby boarding list, you'll get to see them right here at Beach Life Festival, Redondo Beach. And just announced moments ago, Klein Alley Show is heading back to the mountain. Snow Summit, baby.
Yeah, people on the text line cannot wait to hear the carpool conversation with you and Jake again.
I will not be going with Jake this year.
Yeah, you said.
You have to. It's tradition.
Jake, you used all your best material on the drive up and back last time. I couldn't.
I'm full of stuff.
Oh, Jesus. He is full of stuff. We had to stop quite a few times.
Oh, to empty out?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I played some of that audio last time of all of the little conversations Jake tried to have with me, all of his little comedy bits he was working on. Taco stands with more lights,
Didn't he
more
bring
successful.
some of his rocks in the car to show you?
He had...
Those are to keep me calm.
He had calming rocks. And
What?
Then he bought himself one beverage can for himself and a bagel that he ate himself.
Oh, that's right. He gave you...
I picked him up at his house.
You gave him a ride.
Yeah.
And you went out of your way.
Very out of my way.
Very out of your way to pick him up,
Yes.
and he brought his own beverage and food in the car and did not offer.
But I left a beverage in his car.
He couldn't find his... And then we had to stop, and he looked for his wallet for a half an hour at a rest stop because he thought he lost it.
My
God. It was in the door.
Worst.
And that was the time when I stopped and I said, Jake, let me buy you a beer. Which one do you want? He picked a pitcher.
You picked the picture, goddammit.
So these were all that was all on one trip to Snow Summit last year.
And think of what could happen this year.
No, not doing it.
Please.
Absolutely not. Johnny, you ride with me.
Well, maybe you won't have a car anyway.
That's right.
Maybe you'll have to ride with Johnny.
Jeez.
Klein, let's go ride with Justin the engineer in his big, huge Chevy truck.
Love to not have to drive. That'd be great. Even better. Speaking of cars, if yours was stolen and you got it back, some people...
Klein really wants to hear from you.
Yeah, I'd like to hear from people that have actually had their car stolen and it ended well. Because...
ended well is a different thing. Found the car... Recovered the car is what we need to hear.
My wife's car was stolen from in front of our house on Friday morning. There's been no trace of it. Gone.
Klein was easily the only witness.
I could have been the only witness, but I had the curtain
literally
closed.
one window away.
One window away as it was happening, less than 5 feet away from where I was sitting, getting ready for this show. Now, I didn't tell her all that. She would not be happy to know that because I said to her...
Oh, my God, can we tell her?
No, because even as I'm looking at the timestamp surveillance footage, I realized, man, I was so close. All I had to do was just look out that window. That's all I had to do. But at first,
then what have you done?
Who knows? Yelled.
You would have waved.
He would have waved, yeah.
Hey, guys.
Morning. Other early risers.
Got some snacks. A nice car. My wife has one just like it. Enjoy. So anyway, if you have had a lot of people have had their car stolen. I didn't realize until I started talking about this how many people that I know are like, oh yeah, dude, I've had my car stolen 3 times.
I think it's like a rite of passage in Los Angeles.
I mean, this was the place that originally they invented the club for. Everyone put the club on the steering wheel. Then we got away from that, but I think we need that back now because according to the cops, cars have never been easier to steal than right now. And according to that cop who just called us a moment ago, cops are busy doing other things. They're not even bothering looking for stolen cars.
Yeah, they're not even bothering to run plates these days. And you would think that the newer cars are steal-proof, but it's the complete opposite because all you got to do is hack into that system and boom, you got a brand new car.
Let me say hi to Alex. What happened to you, Alex? I'm looking for something to get excited about and to deliver to my wife when I get home to give her some uplifting news.
How's it going?
Hi, what's up?
So not super exciting, but I was sleeping. My girlfriend at the time heard the car start up outside. And then we ran out and chased it down in her car, and it made a right down this street. I thought I was about 5 seconds behind. An identical 4Runner went the opposite way, chased the wrong car. I was on the phone with the cops, and we lost them.
So that's a great move if you're stealing a car, is get a lookalike car. So
to do like a swap-a-roo.
You thought you were chasing your own car. You were hot on the case, only to realize you were chasing the similar car, but not yours.
It was my actual car, and then an identical car went by, and I chased the wrong one.
Oh, man. Such a good plan.
So funny.
What are the odds
Did you
of that?
pull that guy? Like, did you end up finding out by pulling the guy over and be like, "Get out of my effing car"? And he's like, "What are you talking about? This is my car."
I actually thought it was mine, and then there was a little sticker once I got
stickers, man. It's like stickers and then tattoos with people. Those are really the only identifiers we got.
Laura, you had a car stolen. What happened?
Hey, yeah. So, hi.
Hi.
Good
What's
morning.
up? Good morning.
Hey. So, I just bought a brand new Jeep, and luckily it had, I'd gotten the Guardian. And you can track your car.
Right.
Yeah, so, yeah, but, So I called the cops, and right in front of my parents' house, actually, gated community. And my keys fell out of my purse, apparently. And so it's kind of one of those, if the keys are anywhere around, you can get it.
Mm-hmm.
And, so the cops came, and they didn't come, I'm sorry. Called the cops, and they couldn't do anything about it. They're like, oh, we don't know. But I found it literally in an alley, surrounded by a bunch of, hoodlum guys. Called the cops. They came like an hour and a half later, and that was it. So,
but it was drivable. It was your car again. You were able to reclaim it and redrive it.
Yeah, but they took my daughter's car seat out. They took all my Steelers stuff off.
They take the car seat out. Forget it. Those things are so annoying to get back in.
Yeah, here's at that point. That's a whole total loss. What are you going to call the fire department to come put that in again?
You have to do that buckley thing again. Push on it with your knee.
It's nice to hear that there's some good stories people have. I mean, a lot of these are not good stories. Claudia, you got your car back quickly? How quickly, Claudia?
Kind of, sort of, not really.
Oh.
In the late 90s,
Damn it. All right, what happened?
In the late 90s, I graduated from college, and the first thing I did was buy my mom a car. It wasn't a fancy car. It was a 2003 Hyundai Accent, base model, roll-up windows, cassette, manual transmission,
wow.
And it was stolen right in front of my house. And it was a 2003, and I paid it off in 2005, and it was stolen a month after I paid it off.
Oh, my God. And you never found it?
Well, they called me in the middle of the night at 2 o'clock in the morning, and they said, we found your car, but there's nothing. You can come check it out at the impound yard. And it was stripped to the bone, the car seats, the knobs, everything. They even took the door handle knobs to the windows.
Yeah, they want to resell all that stuff.
Oh, Jake will take that car.
Yeah, take it.
I'd drive it.
909, I thought I'd share this one, Klein. My car got stolen from in front of my house. Neighbor's camera got it. Insurance paid me more than what I had left on the loan. And a few months later, I got my new car, and the cops found the stolen one.
So what does that mean? You get two cars?
I don't know. Is that like an Amazon package where if it gets lost in the mail, they give you another one, and then you just get two?
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Christine, what happened to you?
My car was stolen from in front of my house, and the cops actually found it about 2 days later. It was drivable. It just was missing the catalytic converter, and it had a bunch of used condoms in the back. So kind of
oh, man. That's tough.
Catalytic converter, it was fine.
Yeah,
well, you know, that high of stealing the catalytic converter, you got to express that somehow.
We got a bang in the stolen car real quick. This is exciting.
Yes, Klein. All right, sweet dibs.
Sweet dibs.
Yeah, I had a 84 Acura Legend, and it got stolen one time in L.A. County, reported to the police, and they said they're really not going to find it. I get a call because someone found paperwork in the car saying, hey, get this car out of here. So just a friendly neighborhood found it.
How far was it from where it was stolen?
Probably a good 30 minutes.
And it was still in good shape? I mean, as good shape as it could be in for an 84?
Good shape. Yeah, they didn't steal anything. I think they just took it for a joyride.
See, that's the best case scenario for you, Klein. There's no way.
Best case scenario. Everyone seemed to tell me that probably it's already in Tijuana. That's a lot of people said that, or that it is being stripped somewhere inside of a body shop, and they're just going to try to sell off parts, like airbags, headlamps, all that stuff, because that's where they really make the money. And then I was talking to another neighbor, and they said to me that recently they broke into their car. And all they did was steal the airbag out of the car.
What?
Just stole the airbag right out of the car.
Oh, that's the best case scenario, too. Who needs that thing?
Right. Those ones saving lives. All right, Dylan, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Ken, we give you the final word. Every line is full here. Apparently everyone's had their car stolen in L.A., but go ahead, Ken. We give you the last word. What's up?
Okay, so a good buddy of mine, he's like a cheap guy, right? He bought a Ferrari, but the Ferrari he bought was modified with a Toyota engine. So the car got stolen by this guy thinking he was going to get away. But, of course, when he's being chased in this Ferrari with a Toyota motor, he got busted. The car got totaled.
That's okay. If you're going to steal a car, that's a good life lesson. Steal a fast car.
You know, 213 pointed out something pretty incredible, Klein. You could have a silver lining out of this if the person who stole your car gets into a high-speed police chase. And then your car could be the police chase car.
Man, I hope they do. I would be so proud.
And there's a bunch of baby blankets in the back seat.
Those are my kids' blankets in the back seat right there. All right, well, thank you, everyone. No one really made me feel better. I was hoping that's what would happen here.
Hey, there's another person on the text line who said my car got stolen and twice from the same train station, and I located it both times blocks away, refilled with coolant, because it was just being used for joyrides, and they topped it off before they left it.
You know what I'm the most upset about, Allie, of all this? And I am mad. The car's stolen. A lot of paperwork. Paperwork across the board. Paperwork at the police station. Paperwork with insurance. Paperwork if you have to get a new car. It's just nothing but paperwork. Because this was going to be our evacuation car from the fires, I had just put in a full tank of gas.
Oh, that is such a bummer.
It's like $100 to fill this thing up. And I just filled it up. I mean, really, every drop of gas I could squeeze into it, I did, because I was like, who knows how long we're going to have to be on the road.
Yes.
It was almost a completely full tank. And that is maybe the saddest part of the whole story.
Yeah, that's great for the car.
Great for the thief.
Yeah, great for the thief. Absolutely.
You're welcome. Seven, 20 minutes, get your name on that standby boarding list so you can travel to Boston, see some Sublime, and also get tickets to see them right here, Redondo Beach Fest, with all the other bands as well. It's all part of KROQ's Mile High Club. Destination number 2 is Boston Calling with Sublime. Allie, as you know, there's no shortage of ways that we can help out here in Southern California to help fire victims. And when you hear about it and you donate, and there's been just tons, we've all seen now all of the GoFundMes and all the ways to help out, and every story is sad. And just when I go, oh man, that one really got me. That's someone that was, just had a baby and literally just put the fresh coat of paint on the nursery, and then boom, the house is gone. You're like, got to give some money there. Then you hear another sad story. I think of all of the stories of houses burning down, they're all sad. But the ones that I think people care the least about are the guy, Edwin Castro, who won the Powerball.
The guy who won the $2 billion.
$2 billion. And one of his many homes, he bought a bunch of homes.
And he had one in Altadena.
But I think that one's okay.
That one's okay.
But the one that burned down was his Malibu house. So we wanted to see if Jake went out, as people are feeling charitable, would they be interested in contributing any money to help rebuild the home of an Edwin Castro?
And real quickly, Allie, you're not a fan of that house, because I remember correctly when Klein and I were looking at the house, we were in awe, and I think at the time Allie said, you could burn that house to the ground.
I did not say you can burn that house to the ground.
She did say something, because we actually had the
totally.
Is that the one that we talked to the guy?
We had the guy in here that actually built that house, and he said,
I thought it was ugly.
Allie called it ugly. It was like that one. I think was his Hollywood Hills house, which I think is still standing as well. I don't think that was his Malibu house.
Oh, it wasn't the Malibu.
The one that's just like all cement.
Yeah, he bought a bunch of houses, which is why I don't think anyone really feels bad that his burnt down. Also, he was a lottery winner. But here was Jake trying to raise money for the only cause that we can't get behind.
What's your name?
Johnny.
Johnny from where?
I'm now in the valley.
People are raising money for a lot of people affected by the fires. Would you be willing to give money to Edwin Castro, who lost his house in the fire?
I would have to see. As long as it's not a Resnick.
A what?
The guy who owns 57% of California.
Oh, no, it's not that. Edwin Castro is the guy who won the $1 billion lottery.
No, yeah, probably not. No. Yeah, no.
No, but people are not as willing. Everyone wants to help out, but when you hear about a lottery winner who lost one of his 3 houses, people are way less willing to help out. You would think Jake would have done great because he's so good with words.
So they're like, F that guy.
Right.
No, a lot of people are raising money for the victims of the fires. Some people are raising money for Edwin Castro. Do you know who that is?
No.
Edwin Castro is the guy who won the $1 billion lottery. His house burned down in the fires. Would you donate to Edwin Castro?
My man won at least $500 million.
And would you donate to that guy?
Absolutely not. 0% chance.
0% chance. We found the one person that we cannot help out.
What's your name?
Stephanie.
Stephanie from where?
Burbank.
A lot of people are raising money for victims of the fires. Edwin Castro lost his house in the fires. Would you give any money to Edwin Castro?
Who the is Edwin Castro? Yeah.
Edwin Castro is the guy who won the $1 billion lottery.
Can he help us?
She turned the tables around. Interesting. So,
and they get that flirty laugh.
Well, Jake, what was the grand total of dollars you raised for rebuilding Edwin Castro's home?
Oh, if it could have been negative, it would have been.
All right, so less than $0.
Can't we create a GoFundMe regardless for him?
We could do that, but it would...
I wonder how much money
I wonder if we could eventually, if we did raise anything, give it to someone that actually needed it. Maybe.
I'm sure we could.
I feel like you can't though, because once you start raising GoFundMe, I think that has to go. So
I'm sure there's another Edwin Castro that needs it.
Probably there is. Let's find another one. We take a quick break. We're back with your news, and then we'll get into your first spot on the standby boarding list to travel to see Sublime in Boston. That's next. It's time for clickbait. Here we go. Hit it.
I'll need to do some 2025 shenanigans.
Okay.
You know, like punch each other.
That's a solid idea.
All right, let's get to clickbait now. Here we go. As you know. That's your computer, Allie. I don't know what your computer's playing.
Oh. I've got the YouTube live stream up.
What
Stop being pieces of
You really are a piece of ass. Woman's right.
All right, here we go.
How vain? First of all, how vain are you?
I was commenting on the netbangers.
We're sitting here doing the show, and you're watching the show on YouTube?
She's making faces in the camera.
No, I'm not.
Well, jeez, you really do love yourself.
All right.
Oh, I got to watch myself on YouTube now.
These are some of our 2025 shenanigans.
We're in the goddamn studio doing this thing. You can look at us live. You don't have to watch the YouTube.
I was trying to chat with our listeners.
Oh, my good goddamn.
Usually I have the sound off.
Allie doesn't like me. That's all it is.
What? I've just met you, Coma Jim. How do I not like you yet?
I don't know.
In fact,
I'm just getting that vibe.
In fact, oh man, that's right. I'm getting that vibe too now that he picks up on it. Is it, Allie? Is it because he's handicapped, or what's the reason?
Yeah, it's because I don't like him because he's handicapped.
Allie, do not mock him to his face. Unacceptable. I'm sorry, Coma Jim. That is very rude.
Kev.
I won't stand for that, Allie.
What is happening here?
Get your news now, then we will get you on that standby list for destination number 2, KROQ's Mile High Club. And if you like going high, we got a chance for you to hang with us as well. Ditch Day, that's right, on this January 31st. Just announced, all the details up on the socials, Klein Alley Show. It's our Ditch Day, the return to Snow Summit, and we got your lift tickets coming up as well later this morning. And we will pack that mountain full of KROQ listeners. It'll be a great time, and we will do that coming up again shortly. But first, what's happening in the world? Your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
TikTok went away for a little over 12 hours over the weekend. Some people did not even notice. For others, it was enough for their lives to completely fall apart. And though the issue of TikTok is not over, and this could potentially happen again, I wanted to take a moment and hold space for the victims of the TikTok ban because their lives will never be the same.
It's really not fair that, like, they're banning TikTok.
This app was literally supposed to be my way out.
And to the U.S. government, I'm never forgiving you for this.
I have been posting on this app almost every day for 5 years, guys.
Hours and hours and hours of time I put into creating stuff. I'm on Red Note now. I'm on Lemonade. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah. Very tragic.
Very sad.
But I know that none of it's going to be the same. I had such a small little corner of TikTok, but it was really beautiful. It feels like I'm losing like a really good friend. And that sucks.
And then 12 hours later, that friend was back. So then do you delete the post? I guess you just leave it
people
up.
loved it because they were getting clicks and likes and shares and all that stuff.
Vanessa was very distraught as well.
She was upset. She loves TikTok Shop more than TikTok. TikTok Shop is her favorite thing. She buys all sorts of stuff on there.
Yeah, guys, you guys are haters. TikTok was really awesome. The comments section of TikTok is always positive compared to YouTube and Instagram, and it's so entertaining. It's how I keep up with what's happening around the world. I personally was devastated when it was gone for 12 hours.
Why didn't you make a sad crying video? We would have loved
I'm not going to cry over it. I was sad.
She
I'm
had
not going to cry
She had her
over it.
volleyball to hang out with. Okay.
I lose my pants and I don't have underwear.
Okay, volleyball.
Okay, just you and me again.
Is it back to Plan B, volleyball?
Okay, volleyball. There it is. I love it so much.
Who needs TikTok when you got volleyball?
That's true. Hours of entertainment. All right. Trump is president now. The inauguration happened. There were performances at that inauguration. Kid Rock, Carrie Underwood, etc. But there was a different moment from Kid Rock that a lot of people are talking about, and that is his interview with a BBC reporter because she was just trying to chat with him while she was in the bitter cold, fighting against the elements, and he seemed more concerned about her boobies.
Sounds like you got the better deal here, indeed.
I mean, I can't see you right now, so I don't know what you look like.
Well, I look like I'm ready to hit the slopes, I can tell you. I'm in full-on ski gear here with my hat, gloves, the whole thing, ready to rock, because you got to be wrapped up against the elements, don't you?
I love to go skiing. I love to go skiing. You sound sexy. You want to go with me?
Well, we won't get into that right here. So we're doing no skiing today. We've got a day of broadcasting to do. But Kid Rock, thank you so much for joining us here on BBC News. Enjoy your day.
Yeah, the guy took a shot. He shot his
I love
shot.
the reaction. You're just like, yeah, maybe I want to get into that.
That's crazy. You would think he wouldn't have a hard time getting ladies. He's Kid Rock, but he's just
Have
now.
you seen him?
No, not recently. Have not. I was not invited to the
Scary
inauguration.
sight.
Really?
Oh,
He's still
yeah.
Kid Rock, though. You'd think there'd be plenty of people.
Yes, you made the case. He's still Kid Rock.
Yeah, I would think for some people that's a turn on.
I don't think
Ball
so.
to the ball, Allie. Come on.
You know what? I stand corrected.
Thank you.
All right. And then finally, with the fires, there are a lot of efforts being made to, help raise money for the wildfire relief.
We just heard Jake has raised $0 for Edwin Castro,
That's
the Powerball
true.
winner.
Some acts were added to the Fire Aid Relief concert being put on by Live Nation on the 30th. The new added lineup is No Doubt, Olivia Rodrigo, Stevie Wonder, Alanis Morissette, Anderson .Paak, Peso Pluma, and the Black Crows all have joined the lineup. And
Kid Rock.
That's Kid Rock maybe
They're gonna have to
joining.
add another venue.
Because
Jesus.
he's still Kid Rock.
I don't understand.
Ba-
They,
to da-
they already have 2 venues, and it seems like too many bands and artists. So Omar's
Well,
right. They
and
are
I'm
gonna-
still not seeing a split. How do I know which ones are at which venue?
You'll have to
because
learn.
you do when the tickets go on sale tomorrow.
Right.
You will have to choose which venue.
Well, if you get the wrong venue or the wrong bands, you just demand your money back from the victims.
Oh, there you go. Well, and then another group that's raising a lot of money right now is 211 LA, and they are basically providing temporary housing to people who have lost their homes in the fires because, as you know, you've talked to your friend, there is a ton of paperwork and a ton of waiting that's going to happen before some of the people that lost their homes can get into a new house or anything that is like their new house. So this is a service that can provide temporary housing, and I even heard, and I wonder if we can ask him, Vanessa, Sweet James, because I saw that he was like doing a donor match for 211 LA, where like if anybody donates to that organization right now, he's going to match it up to like $100,000 or something like that.
Legend.
But, I mean, you're the one with Sweet James on speed dial, so maybe you can confirm.
809 million. Call him right now. The guy answers. I'm telling you. I've called before. Sometimes it's him. I said, I thought you have a bunch of people that work for you. He goes, I do, but I like to take the calls as well.
You drunk dial Sweet James also.
I have accidentally done that. That was by mistake. But he's a good guy to drunk dial because he's always down to have a conversation. He's truly available 24/7.
I know, and he's a good guy.
What is he? He's matching how much?
I saw it was like $100,000 or $125,000.
Don't say. Sweet James is a buddy of the show, Allie. Don't go spreading rumors. Hold on.
I'm just telling you what I saw.
Hey, hello, Sweet James.
Hello, this is James.
Hi,
there
Sweet
you
James.
are.
Question. Allie is claiming, I just want to confirm this is true. She said a lot of times she said things wrong in the past. You are...
Yeah.
You're obviously a nice guy, generous guy. We've said this many times.
Yeah.
You are matching donations to for this organization to help people find housing?
Yes, I am.
But, like, up to $50?
Oh, no. $125,000.
Whoa.
Dude.
See, here's the chance. Everyone who sees is sick of seeing my face on the billboards and stuff and like, you know what, I want to make that guy pay. Every dollar they put in, I match. So make me pay. We want to raise at least $250,000.
You are such a good dude, and even though you're bigger than just Southern California now, because I have flown to other places and I land and I'm like, hey, that's Sweet James's billboard. I didn't realize he's in Arizona. I would imagine that even you would agree this is truly your home, and as a result, these fires have hit us all. But that's very nice. I know we chatted about this the last time we did our Sweet Justice with you, and you said you were working on something, and I didn't realize that you were actually really working on something. So our match here, $100 doesn't sound that great compared to yours of $125,000.
Oh no, it's everything matters and everything helps. We've partnered with 211 LA, who is this amazing comprehensive resource for free temporary housing, financial aid, mental health therapy.
Oh, nice.
Everything. They're a great group. So every dollar goes to them. I don't touch it. It just helps people who are in need. And you're exactly right. This is home. This is time for us to step up. We're neighbors and friends. It's time to just get together. We've seen cities after tragedy, bond and well. Now the world will get to see LA strong and see how we can help each other.
Well, as somebody who used to work for those dirty insurance companies, Sweet James, you surely are now a man of the people, and obviously you're proving it by ponying up some money, so thank you.
Absolutely.
Hey, Sweet James, we could take the $125,000, go to Vegas, and try to double that the old-fashioned way, if you know what I'm saying.
Glenn, I like what you're thinking there, but I want to make sure it goes to the people who need it now.
Well, but I mean, think about how much sweeter it would be if we were able to match $250,000 because the roulette wheel went in our favor.
Oh my God, the roulette? That's like the worst odds in the whole casino.
That's at this point, we all need some luck. Sweet James, you're a good man, dude. Thank you for doing that on behalf of the residents of this fine city.
Yeah, thanks for picking up the phone.
You're a good man. I told you, he's always reachable. He's way too reachable. You would think you'd have other people screening your calls at this point. Thanks, Sweet James.
Thank you. Love you guys. Be good.
Can our audience do that? Can we just, as a show, raise the $125,000? Because if we raise $125,000 as a show, he'll match it.
We can do $125,000.
No, $125,000, Allie, not $125,000.
Just delete the 1,000. I think we could probably do that.
No, let's raise all of it. Let's make him pay. Every time you see his face, send another $5. By the end of the day, we'll have enough, Sweet James, right? I mean, I would think.
That's right. Just go to sweetjamescares.com. You can donate there.
Sweetjamescares.com. And he's not touching a dollar of this.
Nope. Not at all. It goes to a charity for all of us.
That is a good donation-style drinking game, Klein. If you see him at a billboard, if you see him on a commercial.
Right. Every time you see Sweet James, just give another $10.
Yeah.
We'll be, I think it'll be full in no time. All right, Sweet James, you're a good man. Thank you, dude. Thanks for taking our call.
Thanks, everybody.
There he is, the great Sweet James. SweetJamesCares.com. All right, let's get into a brand new hour of the show right now, and let's give you something.
Klein Alley Show.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
All right, a brand new hour can begin. Welcome to just after 9 o'clock on a Tuesday. Good news for you right now. If you are caller 20, you're up for the challenge. It's not that difficult. All you got to do is get on the phone, call us 800-520-1067. Caller 20 will get themselves the following things. Your name on a piece of paper. It may not mean much now, but that piece of paper is a standby list, so you can be a part of KROQ's Mile High Club. Sends you to Boston to see the great Sublime. And if that is not enough, just for qualifying and just for getting your name on that standby list, you will go to Beach Life Festival, Redondo Beach, right here in Southern California, where you'll see Sublime and many, many other bands as well. That's a pretty stacked lineup, too.
Yeah.
And we will get you into that. So just for qualifying, you are getting those tickets. And then we may call you back next week and tell you, pack your bags, you're going to Boston. And if someone were to go to Boston, Vanessa, what would it sound like if they landed in Boston and they met a local that had a real thick Boston accent?
She just landed in Boston. Look, I actually don't even know how they sound like, to be honest.
Nailed it.
Can you do an example for me?
Can you do me?
God, okay, volleyball.
Okay, volleyball indeed.
I will play it, all right.
Marcon, I'm a punch.
Omar, pull that clip.
I'm a punch.
That's like the least threatening threat ever.
But she means it.
So there you go. You don't even have to go to Boston because you just got the full Boston experience with Vanessa. But if you do win the trip, it's all going to start with you being caller 20 right now on 800-520-1067. Chance to win with us now, and then again at noon, again at 3, and again at 6. And we will pick up that 20th caller, give you the good news, and Vanessa's going to work on her Boston accent for the next 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And when this song is done, you're going to hear an authentic Boston accent from Vanessa and give away those tickets next. KROQ, we are Klein and Alley Show. Vanessa's in there feverishly working on her Boston accent to get you excited for all the feels you'll get when you win this trip to go see Sublime in Boston. Of course, you know what Sublime sounds like.
Joints, and then I smoke you more. Oh, let me tell you what I feel like that.
All right, we'll send you on an airplane across the country, get to see some Sublime at Boston Calling Festival. And that is, of course, if your name ends up on the standby list. But what would they hear if they were to meet a real person who lives in Boston? Vanessa.
All right. I got wicked drunk during the Pats game this weekend.
Love it.
That was actually really great, Vanessa.
During the what game?
The Pats.
Just
the
showing
Pats,
the Pats.
the Pats
But they didn't play this weekend because they're not in the playoffs because they suck.
Oh.
Carla, hi, you're caller 20. Hi, good news for you. Yes, get excited.
Yes, Yes, thank you guys. Oh my God, I love Sublime.
All right.
Never seen them in concert.
Never.
Wow.
How is that possible? They've had a busy year, including K-Rock's Acoustic Christmas. All right, hold on one second. You're going to see them at the very least right here in Southern California in Redondo Beach at Beach Life Festival. Yay! And I write your name down. It's the first name on the new standby list, Carla. And hopefully we call you back on Monday and give you the good news that you're packing your bags for Boston, all right?
Amazing. Thank you guys.
All
Get
right.
there early at Beach Life because Sugar Ray's performing as well.
I will.
Okay, there's that's a verbal contract. Hold on, Carla. Another chance to win coming up again at noon, and then 3 and 6. We'll do that all day. We still have some tickets to give you if you'd like to join us as we take to the mountain again, January 31st. It's K-Rock's Klein Alley Show, Ditch Day, Snow Summit Resort, and we'll have some lift tickets for you coming up shortly. Allie, you were in San Diego this weekend.
Yeah, I did. I went to San Diego for a couple of reasons, but one of which was my friend was moving. She just moved back to California. And I was like, welcome back. Everything's great over here in Southern California. Why don't I go to you?
I'm not going to say
you don't come to me, I'll go to you.
I'm not going to say you mush San Diego, but I believe they're having an evacuation right now.
It was literally as I was leaving. They were like, and now there's a fire and evacuation orders. I was like, oh my God, what is going on? But we went out to dinner, caught up. It's been a while, and proceeded to drink all kinds of different things. Started with red wine. Then I went to dirty martinis, and then we closed it out with espresso martinis, which I never drink, but someone just got them for the table. So I was like, whatever.
Such a basic bitch.
I know. I never, ever drink that stuff. But I was like, hey, it's free. Of course I'm going to drink it.
When pumpkin spice season officially ends, it's time to immediately switch to espresso martinis.
With the little coffee beans on top. So we get back to her place. And again, she just moved here. I don't know. It's my first time at her place, all this stuff. So before I'm about to go to bed, I decide to go outside and, have a little nightcap, smoke a joint. And I was out there by myself.
With the windy conditions and the fire hazard, you decided to go outside and smoke a joint?
No, it wasn't windy that night. It wasn't windy. So I decided to take a little walk. And it was like those little dog walker ones, those like little shorties. And it was indica. My friend gave it to me. I was like, this will be perfect. It'll help me sleep. And by the time I finished it, I did not know where I was, what I was doing. I was completely crossfaded, and then I realized I am totally lost, and I have no idea where my friend's place is or how to get back to it.
Oh, yeah. That's the best. That's, by the way, it's the best and the worst, because you're like, oh, man, now I'm high. Like, it's throwback high, because it feels like at some point, if you smoked enough and long enough, you don't ever get to that point of being like really high again, like you did get in college or whatever.
Even the next morning, I was like, I have not been that high in a long time, like to where I felt like I was a beginner again. And maybe it was the espresso martinis mixed with the 3 other different kinds of alcohol that I had earlier, but I felt so weirdly crossfaded, and I end up stumbling, looking around, and I'm one of the suspicious people that they would probably call the cops on because I'm wandering around looking into people's windows.
And you're
bushes.
by yourself?
I'm by myself. And then I eventually had found my car, and I was like, maybe I should just sleep in here.
You didn't have your phone?
I had my phone, but everyone had gone to sleep.
And you didn't know how to get into the apartment building she was in?
I knew it was all open, so I could walk into her door, but I didn't know where her door was. It was one of those complexes where everything looks the same. So you're just going by another palm tree, another bush, and you don't know, what's 25A, 36B. They all look the same to me, especially I'm not paying attention when I walk out, so I can't retrace my steps. There's no steps to retrace.
I've shamefully many times, usually in Vegas, gotten to the point where I have no idea which room I'm in, and I have to go to the front desk and be like, this is going to sound humiliating, but can you tell me where my room is?
And they're like, we know.
And they're like, we get this a lot.
Sure,
but if I don't have my ID, they're like, they won't even tell me. And I'm like, but I'll tell you my name, and I'll tell you when I checked in, and they'll be like, sorry, I need your ID. Because they're not just going to give away room numbers for people. So that's a dangerous thing.
Yeah. So then eventually I was wandering up to one other hill that kind of looked familiar compared to the other hills that I was walking up. And I was like, I'm just chancing it. I opened a door. I don't even know if it was going to be the door of my friend's place. And it, thank God, was.
Oh, it's so great.
And then I immediately passed out on the sleeping arrangements that we were given was a mattress on the floor. Totally underrated sleep setup. I had one of the best sleeps I've ever had in a long time.
Floor mattress, I know, doesn't look cool. Like, it looks like you don't have your life together.
It's so comforting.
I love falling onto a bed. It's a great feeling.
Come sit in Jake Shack.
Rolling out of the bed.
You know what? Now that I know Jake is mattress on floor guy, I take back everything I just said.
But you remember the last time you were that messed up?
Yeah,
like cross-faded messed up,
it's
and
been
you
a
were
while.
like, I don't know if I'm going to be okay, and then you
It's
wake
been a
up.
while, but I do feel like lately I've been hearing a lot of people that are like, because now it's hard to just find a regular joint anymore. Like you go to a place, it's like the paper's infused, it's hash infused.
Yeah.
They've got the crystal diamonds in there. You're like, I don't even know I'm smoking anymore.
I know,
But
and I
it's
don't
great.
ask the questions because I don't want to seem like a lame-o.
Right, so you just wander around and potentially start fires.
Exactly.
Quick break. Back with more show next.
I think everybody here knows what it means to.
K-Rock, we are Klein Alley Show. If you'd like to join us on top of the mountain as we do another ditch day on January 31st. We got some lift tickets for you. We'll do that the second we're done with clickbait, so be ready to join us. Lift tickets to ski, snowboard. Also, we give you some VIP wristbands. You can come hang with us. We'll be there from 1 until 3, although we usually get there early and stay late. That'll be a good time, and hopefully you can come up with your excuses now so you can ditch with us on January 31st as we return to Snow Summit. We will be at Tommy's Bar, where we were last year. It was jam-packed last year. Hopefully it'll be that way again, and it's going to be a good time had by all. Right now, though, let's find out what's going on the internet. It's time for clickbait. Here we go. Bait. All right, let's start with this one. Allie, I know earlier today on the show we talked about cheating. We had on the Love Rat, or whatever her name was. She will actually let you hire her to try to track down cheaters in your relationship.
You wanted to hire her to make your wife jealous.
That's right. I asked her if people did that. I didn't say I was going to do that, but she said no, and that was a stupid idea. Anyway, if you missed that, check out the podcast. This is one sign that you probably don't realize is an indication that you are potentially being cheated on, even though it seems like a good thing. So obviously there's all the stuff that we know about, the hidden phone and this and that, but this is one sign, according to experts, that may seem like a good thing, but is an indication you're potentially being cheated on.
Gifts.
Gifts receiving? You're receiving more gifts all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Oh, because
gifts,
they're being purchased
flowers,
out of guilt?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's interesting. Getting gifts.
Yeah,
All
I mean,
right.
if you think that your partner is suspicious of you, wouldn't you cure that suspicion with some flowers or a new necklace, anything to distract?
Right. She won't suspect I'm up to something if I just keep giving
She'll
her
be busy
things.
looking at these jewels.
Right, all these, my pearls. Omar, what do you believe the answer is, according to experts?
It's definitely a huge change in some sort of behavior. Yeah, gifts is a good one. I'm going to say that your sexual routine is different. I've heard that's a sign of cheating. Like, you notice, like most people that are together for a while, I feel like have their go-to moves. And I think if somebody kind of like introduces something that's a little off,
You're like, hey, why not pinky in the butt?
yeah, or thumb.
Pull that clip. All right,
And get him saying or thumb.
No. We're just going to have your clip. Omar never sabotaged himself, just you. Jake the Nerd, this is an indication that you could be potentially being cheated on, even though it seems like a good thing.
I'm going to say maybe a new pet name. Like they started calling their person they're cheating with a new thing, and they started calling you it on accident.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Terrible answer.
No?
No. Who's going to accidentally call them the wrong pet name?
Well, but all of a sudden you start a new one.
All right, Muffin.
Hey, let Muffin answer. Allie, you're Muffin from now on.
Okay.
That's right. Well, one of you is right. And
Please, it's not Muffin.
Not
is it?
It's definitely not Muffin.
Come on,
Muffin. Muffin is not right yet again. Omar is absolutely right.
Wow.
All of a sudden, they start, there's an uptick in all of the sexual stuff going on. They start wanting it more, needing it more.
Or different.
That was not mentioned as much, but it's interesting because Omar's right. If you are in a relationship for a while, you do seem to, it settles into some sort of a routine. And if the person decides they're going to spice things up, you go, oh, it's a good thing. Finally, spicing it up. But maybe.
They're challenging themselves. They're like, do I still want it with you? Let me test myself.
Right. Or just got to practice with you. You're the B team. I got to get ready for this new thing I got going on the side. Get ready for my varsity. You're JV, baby. Let's go. Clickbait. Moving on. Another one. This one, Allie, is the new most popular dream job on Earth. People are asked if you could have any dream job, what would it be? And this was the dream job that got mentioned more than all the other ones. Dream job.
It's probably something to do with travel. Like a travel expert or travel blogger, something like that.
And those people do seem like they're always on a hut over the ocean, and they're always
They're like, let me tell you about it.
Right. Oh, it does seem nice. Really does. I have to assume it's annoying when they have to go to the airport all the time. I just tell myself
gosh,
that.
Now I need to go to Tahiti. I just got back.
Right. Like, which hut over the water is better? Tune in next week for another hut over the water. Like, goddamn.
But maybe it does ruin it when you're like, quote, working.
Doubt it. I doubt it.
Yeah,
That's got to be
know.
great. Although I did stay in a hut over the water on my honeymoon, and by day 3, I just needed internet. I remember thinking, God damn, I missed the internet. Omar, what do you believe it is? This is a new dream job, number one on the dream job list.
Most people surveyed on these really don't know what it takes to actually do a dream job, and I think they look at people like Mark Cuban, and they think entrepreneur is something that seems really, luxurious. You get to travel, and you're buying up companies and investing money. I think it seems really exciting to a lot of people.
And easy. I think it's, even though it's really hard, people think it's easy. Like, just pick a company and then put money into it, and you get money back.
Yeah.
Jake, dream job. I know you're living yours right now, but what else would you say would be on the list of most Americans' dream job?
I'm going to think they're going to say being a food critic, but it should be feeding baby pandas.
Should be.
What?
Feeding baby pandas. You should have gone with that one, because that was number one on the list. Feeding baby pandas.
No way.
Actually, midwife is on the list, not number one.
Midwife?
Pharmacist is on the list as well, because you got to get access to the good stuff, clearly. I look back there, I see, man, that looks fun. You separate the pills with that little thing, that little...
yeah, but you're just counting all day.
Yeah, but the pharmacist...
Every day is 1, 2,
You also get
3.
your picture up by, the front, where they're like, pharmacist in charge, this person in a lab coat. It's kind of cool. I feel like that. I always am jealous of the pharmacist. Sometimes yeah, I am, because
there's a lot of standing.
Yeah, they do a lot of standing and counting,
and a lot of explaining stuff that's already written on the bag.
Yeah, but a lot of times they'll send the pharmacist tech out to do it, because I've occasionally been really open with my concerns with the pharma, and then the person's like, I'm not even a pharmacist, I'm just the cashier at CVS, and I'm like, oh, forget everything I just said about my ass.
Forget everything I just said about my ass.
They're like, the pharmacist
I cannot unhear what you just told me.
Yeah, because I learned the hard way.
They stop you.
Not every... you would think, Jake, you would think. And finally, the answer is
what?
Baby panda.
Is pilot.
Well, I was right then. Traveling.
Muffin, you got it.
Yeah,
good job, Muffin.
woo!
You nailed it. All right, last one. Quick tape. Always count on Muffin to get one right.
That's right.
All right, according to experts, this everyday gesture that we all do is a good indication as to how good you are in bed.
Everyday gesture?
Mm-hmm. Something that we all do, maybe daily, at least weekly, I would imagine, is an indication as to how good you are in bed. According to experts. And everyone's an expert these days, so it must be true.
I'm going to guess it's adjusting yourself.
What does that mean now?
Like when you're picking at your body.
What?
What'd you call it?
What the hell? What are you doing?
What, Allie? You are gross.
Picking your muffin?
A monster.
Let's just move on.
You pick your body?
I'm just saying when people are like adjusting their clothes or their junk or whatever, the way they kind of adjust themselves and pick at their bodies,
Any women that pick at your bodies regularly, please call and defend Allie here.
When like a girl adjusts her blouse like this, or like the guy moves his balls out of the way.
Right.
I don't know.
You don't know. Omar, this everyday gesture reveals something surprising about your sex life, including how good you may be as a lover.
See, I don't think what I'm going to say is an everyday gesture, but I think the way you give somebody a hug can tell a lot about how you are in bed. Yeah.
All right.
I like the hug and
I'm not
gyrate.
going to say that's a better guess than mine.
It's a much better guess than picking your body. Worst guess in the history of clickbait. The worst. Jake, you got a guess here?
I was going to say something like a good morning text.
What?
That's not really a gesture.
Still better
Why
guess
not?
than Allie's. Apparently, and this is according to experts that study this sort of thing, having a strong handshake means that you are, A, more likely to be in a long-term relationship and have more sexual partners compared to people that have a limpy, weak handshake.
Oh, so it's every old man?
All old men must just slay.
Ugh.
Because they have the strongest handshakes on planet
God, it
Earth.
hurts. And they look right at you, too.
And stronger women with handshakes are more likely to have a longer list of sexual partners compared to their weaker peers. So in general, if you have a stronger grip, now I would think if you have a stronger grip, you spend more time with yourself probably, and as a result, maybe you weren't spending so much time with other people.
But it makes sense. I think it corresponds with confidence, right? And if you're a confident person, you may be talking to more people, meeting more people, slaying with more people.
So if someone gives you one of them real hard handshakes, or someone here that does a hard-ass handshake.
Oh my God, crushes your knuckles.
I try to avoid that person. Man, I'm so jealous of them now. All right, how would you like to join us as we ditch January 31st. Let's all go to Snow Summit together.
Shake hands.
And shake hands. And you know what that means. Caller 20 now. 800-520-1067. Lift tickets and VIP wristbands. That's coming up. K-Rock.
Look at that. Look at this. Dude, we're in like Colorado.
Caller 20 puts us in Burbank. We say hi to Mark. Good morning, Mark.
Yo, good morning, y'all.
What is your excuse ready to go for Ditch Day on January 31st to hang out with us at Snow Summit?
Yeah, I'm going to say a relative died.
Nice. Which one?
No questions asked, you know. Ooh.
You're just going to say relative, or are you going to make up a relative?
No. I'm going to be like third cousin.
Third cousin's
so it's
nice.
not too important,
right?
But just important enough.
We talked to a lot of people last year at Ditch Day, and the amount of fake relatives that were killed off. We should have just called this thing the big distant relative funeral up at Snow Summit, because it was so many people that were like, I killed off my third uncle, I killed off my stuff. Anyway, good news. Figure out your excuse. We'll see you at Snow Summit with us. A couple lift tickets. Hold on, all right?
All righty, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Can't wait to meet you. And Vanessa, pick someone else up on the phone right now and give them some tickets. Well, we got tons of these to give out. We got to give away, I think, 5 pairs of lift tickets every day.
No lamos.
No lamos. That's the rule, as always. Be fun if we're going to hang out with you. If you didn't win those tickets, don't feel too bad. You're going to win right now, because Allie was watching the playoff games like everyone else over the weekend. And even though the Rams did not win, we're all going to win, because these are, according to her, the gayest highlights. Even though they were not intended to be gay, they sure sounded after the fact. It's your gayest football highlights from divisional playoff weekend.
Here are the gayest sports highlights from the week.
2nd and 10. Awkwardness. And he's hammered down from behind by Milano. Elliott leaking to the right, but he squeezes it in.
And they hand him Mixon. Man, he looks good.
You have to get up. Bodies beat to shit. at the end of the day, after all this, I still, I love the guys.
Daniels dances around into Lions territory.
Good route, just uses that big, powerful body to get inside and stretch it out.
Toughness, resilience, ability to overcome adversity. He's a total freaking stud.
And Williams coughs it up.
We always got to watch Josh's legs in key situations.
They put plenty on tape, no doubt about it. Still going. Bends it back and down. Ball comes out.
These have been the gayest sports highlights from this week.
Can't imagine how much gayer the season will get with only 2 games left.
Can only go gayer from here, Klein.
Well, Romo's on the call. You can just keep getting gayer, that's for sure. We'll do some Radiohead now, then we'll get into your takeaways from today's show. Anything at all you bring with you. Covered a lot of stuff on today's show, so we'd love to hear your takeaways on the phones or on the text line at 800-520-1067. Wrap it up next here on KROQ. Thank you for playing some Allie Knows the News.
Who's on the cover?
The girl I saw, she's, from Barstool. She's nickname's Chicken Fry. She's
I don't know Chicken Fry, sadly.
She dated
this
some.
This is your world only. Go
ahead. She dated some country guy. I don't know. Go look at her.
Okay.
You'll like her.
She dated a country guy. Anyway, you'll like her.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But it's a digital drop.
No wonder it's only digital.
We're going to get out of here. KROQ coming to an end, at least for us for right now. Nicole Alvarez will be in here 40 minutes nonstop. KROQ starts in moments. And, of course, again at noon, 3 and 6 today. Get on that standby list to go to Boston, see Sublime. It's part of KROQ's Mile High Club. We'll have another chance for you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. And we got more of those lift tickets to hang with us as we ditch day on January 31st at Snow Summit. All right, takeaways. What do we got?
Let's see. 818, my takeaway is don't take any investment advice from Jake the Nerd.
Guy invested all his money in comic books only to realize all these years later they're worthless.
213, my
terrible
takeaway
advice.
is Vanessa calling you a volleyball is just her way of flirting.
That's how she flirts.
562, my takeaway is burnt toast smells exactly like hot garbage and baby diapers.
Someone finally got rid of that garbage. This show started today. I don't know what it was. Something got left here over the weekend. This whole place was stank.
Yeah, it was gross.
Rotten.
925, my takeaway is picking your body makes you a good lover.
Mm-hmm.
And 562, my takeaway is for $65, a TikToker will sleep with your boyfriend.
There you go. For $65. Seems like a bargain right there. That was a fascinating conversation. If you missed any part of the show today, check out the podcast, please. Klein Alley Show, wherever you get your podcast, download, subscribe, comment. It all helps us. And for all you net bangers, thank you for checking us out and watching along on the YouTube. You can do that as well because we're live streaming, and that will go up after the show as well. So if you heard the show and then you go, I want to see what it looked like when Allie called herself a body picking muffin. Well, you can see what it looks like because that's all up there on YouTube, and it will be going up shortly. All right, what's your takeaway, Jake?
Allie hates Coma Jim and is glad Edwin Cash's house burned down.
Yeah, she does wish.
I'm not
ill will
glad
on
his
people.
house burned down. It was not that house.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
another,
the other one.
another
Yeah,
house.
the other one I wanted to
burned
burn
down yet. Omar, you got a takeaway from today's show?
My takeaway is that you want to hook up with the love rat.
Yeah, the love rat is not a bad-looking woman. I understand why guys are falling for that, but I know any woman that reaches out to me is a good-looking woman, at least. Too good to be true.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. You're a hot trap. Allie, takeaway?
My takeaway is if you need help stealing a car, Klein will probably help you.
Jesus. I got to figure that out. Just realized I got to fill out a lot of paperwork after the show today. All right, have a great day tomorrow. We'll do it again, try to do it better. Nicole Alvarez, stick around for that. And 40 minutes nonstop KROQ next. Bye.
Klein Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show.
KROQ. KROQ.
But while we have your attention.
Hello. Good morning. You coming in? You coming in? Come a little closer. Come a little bit closer.
Check that volume on that one.
It's off. It's off. I turned it off. All right. Whoa.
What's up?
Whoa.
Whoa.
What's up, you motherfuckers? Welcome back. Happy Tuesday. Or how do you say Tuesday?
Tuesday.
No, how do you really say Tuesday?
That's how I say Tuesday.
Tuesday. Jimbo! Come here. You want to say hi really quick to all the net bangers? Ladies and gentlemen, from Johnny versus Jim.
Hey.
It's Jim,
How you
Engineer
doing?
Jim. Look at this squad right here. Look at everybody's got cozy sweaters on, but me.
It's cold.
I got a hoodie on.
It's cold in here.
It's cold. Oh yeah, Jim the Engineer, Vanessa, and big curly headed dork
Yeah.
right here.
All right.
We got a little bit of fluff. All right, Jimbo. I'll catch you in a second. Wow, what a nice little cameo from Jim the Engineer. Speaking of cameo, you guys have heard Tony Hawk's doing cameos again, and he's donating proceeds to the wildfire community.
Who else loves Tony Hawk?
I love Tony. Hold on, you know what? Show them. Grab what I got right there in my bin. That's his PlayStation. I keep this on me regular. No. I'll grab it. I got you. Look it. Such big fans of Tony Hawk, Vanessa and I. We keep this here in the station. Hold on. Can you see this? Can I zoom in real quick? Look at that. I got my original copy of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater for the PlayStation 1. This game is literally the greatest game. Have you played this game?
Yes.
Have you really?
I had played. I'm telling you, my brother would play Tony Hawk.
Greatest video game.
I would try to play with him.
Greatest video game ever. I keep this copy here just in case we get a PlayStation here and we can play it and I can show Vanessa how we got down. But I would love for Tony Hawk to actually come.
Guys, who else is tired on a Tuesday? Oh my gosh, it's Tuesday. I know we already talked about this, but Tuesday. I just realized it's not Monday.
It's Tuesday. Very Tuesday. Anyways, how are you guys doing? Happy Tuesday.
How's your weekend? Did anyone get drunk?
No, nobody gets drunk. Me. No, we have angels. The Netbangers are angels. They're sweet people who never, ever drink or smoke and do stuff. Johnny Yellow Pants. Yeah, we do have yellow pants. Show me your pants, Vanessa. We got yellow pants on. She's got some 501s. We got the Jeff Spicoli's on. Ooh, fit check. Fit check. Show them what you're working with. Air Force Ones? Oh, no, Vans. Okay.
Oh, it's Vans.
How big is your foot compared to mine?
Very tiny. It's a 5.
You're a 5?
I try to do Nike, but it's just like not who I am as a human. They're cute, but not me.
Shoes really say a lot about a person, especially the brands. You can tell who they are.
I'm a lucky girl. Vans forever.
She came out of the womb wearing Vans. I came out of the womb wearing Chucks, but no Chucks on today. My Chucks are in my car. Anyways.
Guys, who's excited to go to Ditch Day? If you don't win tickets with us, you can still come.
Yeah, just pull up.
You just can't snowboard.
Yeah, and then just be mindful, too, like when you guys come up to the mountain, whether it's snowing or not, they might have to ask you to put chains on your car. Or if you need a 4-wheel drive or all-wheel drive car, one of those craps, whatever.
It hasn't rained, so I don't think that's.
Yeah, it hasn't rained. It's supposed to rain this weekend. I don't know, but
it is.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's what Ricky was telling me. It's supposed to rain this weekend, but you know what? Just be mindful of how you get up there.
Come.
But just pull up.
If you don't win, come. But you should still call.
Yeah, you could call.
If you don't win, come. But
you could call. Just pull up if you guys are real ones. Crystal, I want to see you there. BB. Donovan, I know your ass is just going to show up randomly, so just please show up. I know, love to see you guys there. Jarrett James, come to Colorado. No. Why? I'm not going to Colorado. Jay Money, we're good on Colorado. But much love to all our rocky Coloradians out there. Aurora, shout out. Yeah, so just come on out to Ditch Day. I think we're going to be giving stuff away, I'm sure. We usually give stuff away.
For sure we'll have some concert tickets.
You will not win my Tony Hawk's Pro Skater copy. However, though, I might bring something for you guys to win. I found something when I was cleaning out the office that I really think is really cool. It is a signed it is a memorabilia. How do I say this?
Junk?
Not junk. It's actually really cool, and it's actually like something like somebody actually would want. It's a cool signed by a band. I'm not going to say which band. It's a cool signed poster signed by a band, KROQ band, and it's really, really sick. And I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't want to hang this here. What am I going to do with it here? I'll give it away to you guys. So if you guys come to the Ditch Day on January 31st, you will win this signed poster signed by a KROQ band. That's all I'll say. Maybe I'll leave it up to okay. Oh, do you even know? Do you know this band?
Just tell me. Oh, okay.
You have no idea who they are, do you?
Yes, I do.
Sing the song.
I know.
That's why, because you don't know this band. Anyways, it is a big band, a more recent KROQ band that came.
It's a popular band. I'm just bad with
yeah, it's a really sick band, but I really want you guys to have this. I think it'd be really cool. So if you guys come to the mountain, you guys could see the signed piece of memorabilia you guys could get. Ooh. Anyways, have you guys eaten breakfast yet? What are we eating?
I'm starving.
Pop-Tarts, casseroles. Are you hungry? Why don't you eat?
I just brought a protein
croissant.
bar.
A what?
Protein bar from
Trash.
Costco. Costco.
Yeah, Costco gang out there. Royal Lotus. No, not signed by Royal Lotus. No, I'd never give that away. Plus, they're my boys. I'd never chew them like that.
You know what? Whoever said I only know Bad Bunny, you're not wrong. Just kidding. I know more than Bad Bunny.
Every bar I went to, like in 2024, literally every bar would always play. I know. Every dance floor you go to was always playing that, and girls went wild. Guys did too. I didn't even know what the hell he was saying, but like every time I'd hear that song, I was like, what the hell is he saying? And apparently he's saying like, I have a lot of girlfriends or whatever.
Yeah.
That's literally what he would say the whole time. Oh snap! Hey, Carlos Bros. Yeah.
Carlos? Oh, yeah, you're Carlos.
Yeah. We're all Carlos here. So if anybody's got a car, preferably two, we'll take one Audi and we'll take one Tesla. Nothing less.
Johnny, my car was not stolen.
Oh, your family's car was stolen. We only take high, expensive luxury cars here. Don't give us that like Toyota. Don't give us that Hyundai stuff. We don't want that. Only the best for us. All right, Costco. All right. Shabalaba ding dong. We are out of here.
See you tomorrow.
Stay up to date on the socials right now. Go see all the information for Ditch Day. Go see all the information for the KROQ World Tour with Sublime. Oh, sorry.
High Club.
Mile High Club. But you can't on the plane, though, because Lord knows you got no girl to do it with. Or maybe you do. Or maybe you got a guy to do it with.
Oh,
anyways.
Gosh, have you been to Puerto Rico? Wait, I'm getting sidetracked.
Yeah, no. We're not reading the chat. We don't read the chat when we talk. We just shabalaba ding dong.
All right, guys.
Yes, you guys all say your little goodbyes in the chat.
What's the Gen Z heart?
You're old, though.
This is the millennial heart. What's the Gen Z one?
It's all the same.
No.
We don't discriminate.
There's a different heart.
What do you mean different heart?
This is the millennial heart, and then this is like the Gen Z one.
Here's the Gen Z heart. You guys have a great day. Follow us on Instagram at Klein Alley Show. Get all the information there. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Brand new.
Spread the word. Okay, volleyball is how you flirt.
Okay, say it. Say, okay, volleyball.
It doesn't make sense in this
Okay, volleyball. Okay, volleyball. All right, J Money, go ahead and take it.